Okay. We got some sound. We got me sound with the game sound we're testing out. Can hear it a little bit. Might turn that up a tad. Okay. Looks pretty good. And everything's set up. I'm going here. 5 minutes late. I know. What the hell? I'm so sorry. Well, I was pooping. Just gonna say it. Just gonna say I was pooping. Sorry about that, but didn't want to spend the next few hours sitting here watching Starcraft, having to poop. You know, all creatures have this need, including streamers. You can tell the chest. That's right. I could be sitting on a toilet right now. I could be sitting on a toilet as we speak. All right, let's go ahead and get this started. Taking off the warning that I'm getting set up because it looks like I'm set up. We got folks in the chat. Mr. Cheeky Rafiki is in the house. How's it going, sir? How you doing, minions? How you doing, Restream.io? Telling me the chat is ready to accept messages. Oh, wait. Good, good, good. Good to hear, man. I gotta make sure I got the chat going on here for both YouTube and Twitch so I can look at that. Oh, and actually, I need to get that up on this computer also. I haven't done this in a little while. Been a week and a half or something like that. Trying to get everything set up in the background, sorry. Oh, gotta log in. I thought Restream was going to remember my password, but it didn't for some reason. Or remember my login. Open up the chat. There we go. Sorry, I getting a little bit of this stuff set up as we get it going. All right, now I got the chat up. We got the alerts up in case I need to click any links from that. Sweet. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Good to go. Oops. All right. Well, anyway, welcome to some more VODs and chill. Apologies that I'm not just 5 minutes late. I was actually a week and a half and 5 minutes late, I guess, or a week and 5 minutes late. Because I was traveling last week, so I had to skip a couple broadcasts. But I'm back now. And I don't think I'll be skipping anytime soon. Who knows if I'll end up going on some random trip or something like that, but I should be able to plan around it. But I had someone in town that up in Seattle that they were only available like on one day, basically. It was on Saturday. So it was like no other chance to see them except on Saturday. Because they were on a layover And they're gonna be traveling to another place, so. Anyway. Getting things started with some Stork versus Flash. The ace match. Oh. Flash losing a Marine there, actually. A little bit surprising. Would have expected him to micro that back a little bit earlier. I think the probes are just too strong. Too far of range. But Stork is like, alright, I got a couple Marine kills. I'm just gonna get out. Just save my Zealot, run away. Get some advantage. Move on by. Jason Green. Holy shizzle. How's it going? You are you acting surprised because I haven't been on in a week? Or are you acting surprised because you just discovered that I'm back in general? Because people still, I've been back for over a year now, and people still like find me and they're like, wait, what? Voltron's back? What? Good to see you too, man. Oh, Stork. Being a micro boss. Couldn't quite get that mine though. Haven't seen him in years. Welcome back. Yeah, man. Oh! Stork was doing so well at the mines until that last one. Yeah, I took about 8 years off from esports. Oh, did you see that last Dragoon shot missed the Vulture, and the Vulture got in because of the uphill shot chance. That's brutal. He's gonna lose another probe. He's gonna get scouted. Stork was playing this really well, but a couple things are just kind of going wrong for him now. Mine! Hey, Stormcall, what's going on? But yeah, Jason, I've been back for a little bit after taking 8 years off from esports and probably close to a decade off from really posting on YouTube regularly. And, I've been back lately, so welcome back. We're watching old school stuff. It's like time never passed. It's still 2010. We're watching Stork versus Flash in 2010. Same as it was a decade ago. That's really weird, that animation with the cat in the top right corner. Last time you see me was ST2 beta. That's about the last time when I was posting regularly on YouTube. I posted like 1 or 2 things throughout the years, but just random stuff until last year. Did I watch the round of 4 of ASL? I watched part of it. I watched Zero's games or Queen's games because I wanted to see how he did. So I didn't, and even those I didn't watch like all of every game. I kind of fast forwarded through the beginning, and the last game was kind of spoiled for me. Oh, is Stork gonna pimp micro this? Nope, he's not. Stork is not delivering the God micro this time. I think he's just gonna lose. We'll see though. That was 4 tanks. Oh, he's got a Reaver though! He's got a Reaver though! That Reaver could turn things around. He's trying to bait out mines with this Zealots. Zealot, all the mines are gone. And the Reaver, it's time to shine. Is he gonna get his Scarab off before his Nexus dies? Nope. The series with Hero and Queen was my favorite. I'm gonna check that out. I just, I was traveling for about a week, and I wasn't paying any attention to YouTube or anything like that. Oh, we lost the Reaver now. Yeah, Stork is so screwed now. But yeah, Jason, Diggity is back as well, by the way. If you're a fan of Diggity as well. He's been streaming a lot lately and putting some stuff on YouTube. So Renaissance. I'm back, Diggity's back. Rise has done a few things lately. So yeah, Hero and Queen was the third, fourth place match. Stork's giving up. But yeah, I watched Mini versus Queen, and that was a really good series. It was a really, really good series. Very disappointing because I'm a Queen fan, and I was hoping he was gonna get 3 ASLs in a row. But it was still a really, really interesting series, and I really liked Tasosis's commentary on it too. The analysis they did about all the little stuff that was going on, the mind games that were going on, and how Mini was just really, really outplaying Queen's playstyle. Wow, okay. I thought this was gonna be a longer game because the VOD is 24 minutes. But it just like includes this replay in between games and like interviews and stuff like that, I guess. Well, hey, we got more Flash versus Stork in the Winners League, though. Then I don't have to change the top at all. We'll just keep the same one. Inspired by Larva's games. I might have to check them out. I'm at least probably gonna watch the finals. To see how that went. Cause Larva, you know what's really cool? Is I think it was Larva in the Larva was in that video. Did you see the video where Flash was going off to the civil service? And him and Larva and Brittany and Rain were all hanging out together on his like last day as a civilian or whatever. And Larva made this like joke about how he was gonna hold on to the throne for Flash until Flash got out of the military. And now Larva's on the throne, right? You know, he actually made it happen. How cool is that? Now he just has to win like 5 more seasons in a row. And he'll hold it the whole time until Flash gets out. Yeah, I haven't watched any of Larva's stuff this season. I just been very distracted, so I haven't been watching too much ASL. But I'll probably check out the rest of the games that I haven't for that, or at least the finals. Anyway, a couple of you guys that might be new. This is a show where we just watch classic Starcraft games. And we hang out and we chill out, and I usually have some snacks, and you guys can have some snacks as well. And you know, the idea is that it's kind of like a watch party. We're all just hanging out watching some Starcraft together on a big virtual couch, you know? And so it's more chill than like if I was actually casting. I do casting on my YouTube channel. But this is more just laid back, just kind of watching and chilling out kind of thing. Which is nice for me, because it's not as like... It doesn't take as much energy as casting, so it can go for longer periods of time and do the live stream thing. Yeah, no big deal. Just filling Flash's shoes. Just filling in for the best player of all time. Such a monster. Can't believe he got to the semis as random. Or did he get to round of 8? I think he got to the semifinals as random, right? Yeah. What a boss. Anyway, so yeah, usually I have like a root beer or some soda to drink too, but I don't have anything right now. So. But this is my time to chill out, sit back, and ruin my diet with snacks and sodas. You wish he got more random games? Yeah. Well, I mean, also, he just kept winning. Right? If the best of 5 is only 3 games because he wins all 3 in a row, then that's less games. But he played random perfectly though. That's the thing, is like he actually really made use of every single game. He knew what his opponent was forced to do by his randomness, and he had 3 different ways to abuse it. You know, if he knew that his opponent had to go early pool because he might get Terran or something like that, he would respond to it perfectly if he got Protoss or if he got Zerg, right? So he just had really, really well planned it out. Like, he knew exactly how random worked, and he used random itself as a strategy. Like, he used his randomness as one of his tactics, and that was just genius to watch him do that. And no matter what race he got, he already had it planned out in his head what response he needed to do in order to what they were going to do. So it's just kind of crazy. So it was still fun to watch. He is 200 IQ, but that's also preparation. You know, that's also, if you have a week to prepare, you can sit there and you can take the time to plan out, okay, this map. He can talk to someone he knows, you know, he's Flash, he knows everyone, right? So he can go talk to, you know, let's say he's matched up against Hero. He can go talk to Larva, right? He's friends with Larva, and he can be like, all right, Larva, you're one of the best Zergs. What do you do in this situation against random? And he's like, well, if I'm random, I have to do this because you might get this or this. And then Flash says, okay, now let's break that down. Hold that thought. Stork is doing a kind of a sick DT drop here. Like, Flash is like super prepared for this DT drop, but it's still being distraction. It's kind of interesting. And he's using it to cover a Nexus. I like that. So yeah, he can like be like, all right, well, what does the Zerg have to do? And the Zerg will be like, well, on this map, it's a long map. You have to 12 hatch or something like that. And Flash will be like, okay, well, if I know the Zerg is doing that, I can plan 3 different responses, right? And so you could take the time to plan. So it's like, if it's a best of 5, that's 15 different responses that you have to memorize, right? 3 for every map, and maybe even 30 different responses, because there might be a couple different ways to do it. But you have the time to like plan that out and get the idea in your head of what you're gonna do already. And then it's just down to execution. And if you're, oh, did Stork just lose that shuttle? Actually didn't see. Looks like no, he kept the shuttle. Okay. So then it's just down to execution, and like, you know, Flash is just god mechanics from all this practice and everything like that. So I think it's a combination of both. Oh man, he's chasing the attack with this shuttle. Oh, comm scan goes down, and he's actually gonna ignore the shuttle. That's kind of interesting, actually. He's gonna ignore the shuttle and just push. I think he knows he has like a limited time here to try and get this Nexus. And he's like, these DTs are a distraction. I'm not gonna get distracted. Because if he chases the shuttle, it slows down his push on the natural and gives Stork time to build up defenses. But it looks like he has built up defenses. Oh, still got more DTs popping out of this shuttle. It's kind of crazy. But he sniped one of the tanks, and now he's got enough Dragoons. He can snipe the rest of the tanks. He doesn't have mine set up yet. Gonna go right for the tank. Right for the tank. Got 2. He's gonna get 3. That's game. That's game. And KT is up 2-0, by the way, in this game. In this match. So Stork has to win for the... Otherwise, if Flash wins, then he wins the match. But this is actually Winners League, so Stork, if he wins, he gets to fight back. But I don't think we're going to watch the whole rest of the match. Stork is terrifying, man. He's so good. He's just so godly. Most of the time. Oh, that probe couldn't make the last pylon to block. That's right. The Dragoons have got it covered. And it's amazing he was doing all that while he was macroing, you know? It's just one of the most insane things about these programmers. Yeah, see, that's what you expect from Stork, right? In the last game, he like kind of messed up a little bit and lost Dragoons to mines and like didn't micro them that well and stuff like that. So it was almost a similar situation. I think Stork had more Dragoons in this situation. It was a very similar situation. In the previous one, Flash was doing more with the mines, and Stork wasn't dealing with it as well. And Flash took the advantage. In this case, Stork just played it perfectly. I think part of it was because the mines weren't out though. Because they were DTs. He had to use the mines to cover his main for DTs. So he couldn't move forward with the vultures and put out mines to block. I think. I don't know. But yeah, I think Starcraft, winning at Starcraft is partly IQ, partly it's the ability to just know what to do, but it's partly just practice and preparation, especially in tournament play, you know. Flash is good at both. He's a genius of hard work. I'm impressed that Flash has been keeping up with... I mean, it's Flash. Of course, he's macroing well, right? But Flash has been keeping up with bases. Like, Stork has been expanding pretty aggressively. He's at 3 bases, but Flash has 3 bases too. It's kind of insane. There's the mines. He's still gonna... Is he gonna hold this bridge? Oh. That's kind of bad for the vultures. Hey, Gourmand. How's it going? What is Stork shocked by? What just happened there? Hold on. Let's go back. Stork, like, was surprised by something, but I'm not sure what it was. Right? He's like, like, what was he just, like, upset by? I'm not sure what he had a problem with. Maybe did he scout that Flash had a third? And he's like, what the hell? How does he have a third? Hey, Dozo. Can't sleep, so you're watching me snack. Just pretend that these are sheep jumping over a fence. 1, 2. Just count sheep, you'll fall right asleep, man. How's it going, Dozo? Answer your question, Gourmand. I'm doing alright. Been, very stressed lately. Been very stressed out in life lately. I'm not like super stressed. I don't have a lot of pressure or anything like that, but it's just like trying to figure some stuff out. So I've been pretty stressed lately, stressing myself out. And today, I took a day off from the world. I played video games all day. I pretended that the world didn't exist. Oh, oh, that was a sick mine. Look at that. Double mine right in the midst of them. Kills 4 goons and almost kills 2 more. Anyway, I'm sorry you can't sleep, Doso. I think I've mentioned before, I struggle with insomnia a lot, so I know how frustrating that can be. Sometimes you just lay there and you're just like, I'm tired, why am I not asleep? And your body's like, screw you. Screw you, jerk. I'm not sleeping. There's one storm. I don't think the storms are enough. That's a sick storm though. He got a lot of the tanks there. That therm storm did it. It just evened it up at least. What a battle though. I'm actually gonna go back and watch that again. You can hear the crane caster saying like, well, I can, saying like, storm, storm, because they know that Flash is really clumped up and some storms might do him in. And the High Templar are in the shuttle. Nice, nice. He did the double storm where you delay it for a second so that it does full damage on the tanks and finishes them off. Sick plays. But they come out even, which I think means the Flash is ahead. Maybe. Maybe not, actually, because then he doesn't have any tanks. Oh, never mind. Stork has a 4th. I didn't realize he took the bottom right. Dropship! Okay, yeah, Stork's in really good shape right now. Actually. Because his dropship isn't even going to do any good. He's got a cannon in his 3rd. Oh, is he going to find it? Oh no, he found it. Is he actually going to kill it? Oh! That was Flash's ticket back into the game. Was doing some damage with some drops and losing that dropship. I don't think Flash can get back in it now. Flash is still pushing though. Still putting on the pressure. Ooh. These mines are just being brutal. Where's your observers, Stork? Where's your observers? Oh my god, he's attack moving through minefields with no observers. There's the observer. Jeez. Oh, he let Flash get behind him. Let Flash get sieged up behind him on this extra base. That's not good. But let's see, if Stork just has too much, maybe. It might not matter. Oh, he's gonna give it up. He can't break through that location and go around the bend. He let Flash get in too good of a position. Hi, positive teammate. It's a great name. Are you actually a positive teammate when you play team games? When was this game played? It was played in 2010 on February 23rd. February 23rd, 2010. So over 11 years ago. You try to be, but you're more into Brood War now. Nice. I usually try to be a pretty happy teammate too when I used to play a lot of League. You could theoretically be a team player in Brood War. There's such thing as 2v2s and 3v3s. Although I know that's not the main game mode. BGH. I have played a lot of BGH. I don't think I've only played a few games of Fastest in my life, but I played a lot of BGH mostly because over the years, Diggity and I and some other friends of ours have always played comp games on BGH. So like when Diggity and I want to hang out, we play 2v6 comps on BGH. And it's always fun. We've gotten really good at it over the years, so like we win most of the time, even against 6 comps these days. Even though 6 comps is pretty hard. Although partly that's because Blizzard has never fixed an AI bug. Oh, he EMP'd the Arbiters. Nice. What was I saying? Oh yeah, there's a bug where the AI, Zerg AI, when it's a big game like that, the Zerg AI will get glitched out and they'll build like 12 drones and then just mine forever, and they'll never build an attack unit or something like that. So sometimes it's like 2v6 comps and ends up being 2v5 or even 2v4, and it's like too easy. But yeah, I play 1v7 sometimes too. Usually on BGH though. I haven't played on Hunters. Is it easier or harder on Hunters when you have unlimited resources? It's probably harder, right? Oh my god, Flash has so much stuff. Was there a chance for Stork to win this battle? It just looked like it was a foregone conclusion. What is he supposed to do here? He gets caught up against those middle supply depots. Stork just doesn't have any units. Yeah, and Flash was on 3 bases most of the time too. He was just making units basically. So maybe Stork shouldn't have gotten a... Okay, here, okay, so here the storms are bad. He doesn't get enough stuff with the storms. He doesn't have enough units. Yeah, and I think it goes back to that point when I was talking about like 5 minutes ago when Stork moved up the map, like up up through the middle and the left, and Flash came down the bottom, down towards the bottom right, and sieged up right in next to Stork's 4th base. And Stork couldn't do anything about it because he had too good of a position. And Stork let him get in that position. He took out the 4th, and then Stork was just falling behind after that. So, yeah, I thought it would be harder on Hunters. Because, yeah, on BGH, 1v7, yeah, if you're Terran, you just wall off, and you wait till you're maxed, right? And you can't necessarily do that on Hunters because you run out of money. So, yeah, I've beaten 1v7 comps a number of times as Terran and less times as Protoss. I've still never managed to beat 1v7 comps as Zerg yet. It's still like a goal of mine to do that someday. What's up, awesomeness? How's it going? Yeah, Flash is just a macro beast for sure. Macro god. But he's also just really smart, and he just puts on so much pressure. Like, he's just really good at knowing when he can put pressure on his opponent. And he just doesn't stop. Once he puts the pressure on, he just keeps rallying forward and putting the pressure on the whole time. And only a few of the finest pro gamers can stand up to that pressure once it gets going, and Stork is one of them, but not today. Not today. I mean, it's a nice little counterattack on Flash's 4th, but in the meantime, Flash is just going around picking off bases. He picked off the 3rd. He's going for this new 4th base. So, is he even gonna save this base? It looks like he's even gonna save his 4th base. He's repairing it so it didn't actually go down. Yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous what these guys are capable of. There's the GG. Oh man. I thought Stork was gonna win that. A couple times, Stork was just doing really well, and in that mid game when they kind of traded in the middle, in the battle in the middle, I thought Stork had the advantage. He kind of threw it away a little bit. He was scared, maybe. That's something I could see being a mistake that Stork would make. That's like within Stork's character. To like be too cautious sometimes. I could see that being a thing. Alright, let's see. What is Quanro versus Flash? That sounds fun. I haven't seen a Quanro game. I haven't seen many Quanro games lately. Quanro versus Flash. Now this is gonna be a completely different character of game. Is this this is Pro League also, right? Yeah, I can keep the ending 2010 Pro League. Stork didn't have any carriers. I don't know. I wonder if that map is good for carriers. I think it is. I think that map is good for carriers actually. So I don't know why he didn't do that. I think, well, because that game started off with a DT drop rush. If you guys don't remember, Stork went for a DT drop rush, and Flash expanded, and Stork did a lot of distraction with the DT drop, but then Flash was like, well, I'm going to push you now, and Stork held off that push. So that's kind of why, because he was already in Templar tech, it was like a little bit too much to try and go for carriers also, I think. But yeah, if they'd ended up in a normal mid game and like Stork had gotten an advantage, if he'd gotten more of an advantage in the mid game than he had and he'd gone carriers, then it could have worked pretty well for him, I think, on that map. Quanro. Yeah. He's he's not around anymore, so which is too bad. He'd be a fun character to have in the mix right now, right? Oh, this is an ace match actually, isn't it? Look at, you can see it's game 7 of this series, of this Winners League series. So actually, and look, they're showing the wins so far in this game, and let's see. I don't know who that is. Kim Min Chul. Oh, I should know who that is. Kim Min Chul is someone I should know, but anyway. It looks like yeah, I don't know these Korean names well enough to know. I was gonna try and read like the history of like who had won or whatever, but it looks like hey, Evan FBC, thank you for the follow. Anyway, it looks like Flash has been put in as the last person for the last game. So I think Quanro is on a 2-win streak. Yeah. Quanro has won 2 games in a row against KT players, and so Flash is being put in as the last bastion of hope for KT. Abe Abamots was waiting on the scheduled stream page. I missed 10 minutes of Mole Trap Hangout. 10 minutes? I've been on for 40 minutes or something like that. But it's okay. It's all recorded. Now, hold on. Did I get the scheduled stream wrong again? Because I thought I scheduled it for 5:30 Pacific, which was 45 minutes ago. So is that screwed up again? Because I know it's been screwed up in the past because of time zone switching, right? So was this, did the stream say it's supposed to start in like 10-15 minutes instead? Because if so, then my apologies. I didn't know it was that the time zone was screwed up again. In Pro League, do you think it'd be better to put stronger players like Flash in the beginning or for the Ace match? Okay, and that's fine. I mean, I just want to make sure that I have the schedule set up properly and I'm not like screwing up the schedule again. Better to put in Flash at the beginning or for the Ace match is a good question. It probably depends on a couple things. It probably, off the top of my head, it probably depends on the maps a lot. Because if the later maps in the series are the ones that you think Flash is going to be stronger on, you might want to have him go in later. But if the first map, the first two maps are like strong Flash maps, you might want to put him in early or something like that, right? So usually the Winners League, you know who the first match is. Both teams blindly pick a player to go in the first game. And so you know that the first game is like, you know, A versus B or whatever like that. But then the other players on your team can prepare for whatever the eventuality is, right? So you can prepare a sniper that has a special build to kill B if they win on the first map. So you can send in C, kill B on the second map, right? Stuff like that. So I think that's usually how they pick when the players are going to go in, is that they have players practice strategies for certain maps and certain instances. Like it might be like Flash was practicing Terran versus Protoss, and if it was ever a Protoss player on these 2 or 3 maps, then maybe Flash would have prepared for those, right? But maybe that didn't happen, and he just like, you know, they're just like, well, it's the last game, we gotta throw in Flash because he's the freaking best, right? The balding is progressing nicely. Thank you. If that's a compliment, that's not a very good compliment. But if it's meant as one, I appreciate it, I guess. Yep. Hair's still slowly retreating. You can't buy happiness. Wapness. Interesting name. Yeah, Flash definitely had to carry his team a lot. Well, there was a few players on KT that were decent, if I remember correctly. Depending on when it was, also. There were a few players that were decent. Flash was the only superstar on the team, basically, if I remember correctly. This is a new stream instead of the scheduled one. Oh, shoot! You're right. I forgot to set it to go on to the scheduled stream. That was dumb of me. Oh man, I wonder if I can fix that mid-stream or not. I don't think I can. Shoot, because yeah, I set up the scheduled stream. I don't know how to switch it. Let me try something here on here. Let me see if I can change this. We'll see if it switches. And hopefully it doesn't screw up the stream. Yeah, I can't change it without restarting the broadcast. My bad. Sorry about that. I can delete the scheduled one though. So I guess at least that won't show up. Oh! I look back at the screen just in time to see 2 Valkyries get deleted. And that is actually a huge deal. But it doesn't matter, because Quanro's going lurkers and just running them straight by. What the hell? Quanro is so aggressive. Oh my gosh. Is he just gonna straight up kill Flash? He killed the Comsat station. Look at this. Flash sent Marines to the third. There's no third. This is Quanro playing, Flash. Quanro doesn't get third bases. He makes units and he attacks. Hey, Chris. Sorry to hear that you're sick, man. That's too bad. Oh, man. That one scan? Is he actually going to get... Nope. 2 lurkers survive. Did he get a third? Maybe he did get a third. Quanro, I mean. What kind of sick you got? Oh, is he gonna try and shell the Marine? Oh no. What is he doing? Okay, now here we go. This is where Quanro can lose. This is the ticket back in. Oh, he cleared up the lurkers. With this drop, if this drop is enough distraction, he can get back in the game. And it looks like it's gonna do enough, because he killed a few drones and killed a bunch of units. Look at all that blood up there. Oh, he got the... That's game. That's game. Quanro is so aggressive. Flash is just too good. He actually got the spawning pool. Incredible. And Quanro has like a hidden third, it looks like. So I was wrong about him only having 2 bases. But he hit his third, it looks like. But he's only got a couple drones there. Does Flash know? Does he know about it? Is that why he's moving across the map? Does he know where the third is? Oh, stop lurkers! Oh, that was brutal. That was brutal. Even setting the Zerglings in from below to trap the Marines there. That was a sick move. Not sick like Chris's, but sick good. He has a hive now? A nuclear goo. Oh! Oh my gosh. This is like a... This game is like a slap fest. I feel like I've been doing a lot of going like, oh, back and forth. Both players like really getting stomped back and forth, basically. Losing 2.5 lurkers to a mine. Not happy sauce. I feel like Quanro was like the next generation of Jelizerg. He was like the new Jelizerg. Like his playstyle is very much like 2004, 2005 Jelizerg. Just somehow he just gets low econ and he just puts the screws to you with almost no units. Or not almost no units, but I guess he makes a lot of units with very little economy. His macros is too good. It may have to do with timings too. He gets good timings and he knows exactly how many drones to make and he doesn't make any extras. They're streamlined. That's right. I've got facial hair to make up for the. Sorry, I missed what you said there for a second. But yeah, I got the facial hair to make up for the head hair. Isn't that weird? That people go bald on top, but they don't go bald on their face, right? You get bald men, old bald men that like. Oh, there's still more mines there. He's running the Zerglings in to draw the mines so he can get the lurkers in close enough. And they're going to get in there. Oh! He just mind dragged a tank with a lurker. Quandro is something else, man. He is a whole different breed of Starcraft player. I don't know, it's just weird that you would think if someone was losing their hair, they would lose their hair on their face too. Right? I don't know. Well, hopefully some Starcraft VODs will heal you. Have some healing powers for you. Quandro is not losing bases at least, but this is a really interesting switch into vultures, because these mines are just devastating Quandro. And it's a good counter to the Dark Swarm too. That one Zergling is like, let me die! Surrounded by like 8 mines, but the vultures killed him first anyway. Yeah, he's oh, look at that plague! Oh wow, that was amazing. The plague went down, and then the Sunken was one-shotting the lurker, the vultures that were plagued. That was pretty sick. Random Dark Swarm, kind of in the middle of nowhere. Is he gonna get that tank? He's gonna get the tank? Not quite. So Flash is still on... No, Flash is on 3 bases now. Quandro has a lot of bases though. He's got this hive tech. This is really... I don't even know what's going on in this game. This is a really weird game. Ultralisks. Ultralisks with no armor. Although I guess it doesn't really matter against vultures that much and tanks. The armor isn't as big of a deal as it would be against Bio. Flash is just doing a really good job of running vultures everywhere, just roasting drones and stuff. And he got that hatchery with the vultures earlier, right? Yeah, against Marines is obviously pretty huge deal. I mean, there are specific builds that are like rush 4 armor Ultralisk builds against Bio, you know? If you can get 4 armor versus +2 Marines or something like that. Or +1 even, if you're fast enough. Usually not, but if you can get 2 or even 3 armor ahead of the Marines, still don't do any damage. But yeah, vultures, tanks, doesn't really matter. I'm looking around to see if there are any cats. No cats in the room, unfortunately. Cats add a lot to a live stream when they can make appearances. There's another nice plague. Getting 3 tanks. But the Ultras are just like so beefy that they can just soak up a lot of mines. A lot better than the Zerglings can. So I think that's the important thing here. He can actually send in Ultralisks first, and then Lings after that. I wonder if he's gonna get Hydras. There are a lot of mines. Is he gonna give up this base? Yeah, the mines have been the MVPs of this game for Flash. He actually killed an egg. It's kind of cute. Oh, he's gonna... Ultralisk bomb the tanks with overlords? There's too much stuff there, though. Oh, I mean, you can't just send in 4 ultras. Look at all that stuff. If he'd sent in those other units at the same time, that might have gone differently. Yeah, Quandra is going to lose that hatch. Up. What's he dropping here? Is he dropping? There we go. Oh, the mine drags. He's gonna clear out some units and he's gonna clear out some mines, but that's it though. He's not actually gonna do any damage. Oh, there's an SCV repairing the frontline tanks. Nice. Yeah, that was a sick looking drop. Dropping stuff on top of the units in the front, clearing them out, but he's not going to get any permanent damage done, so not going to get any SCVs, which is the crucial thing. I think Quandra is losing the macro game. He's playing well, but I think he's slowly losing the macro game. Maybe not, though. Maybe he has 10 Ultralisks sitting around. I can't tell what their upgrades are. I think they have +2 weapons now on the Ultras, but I'm not sure. But it's interesting that like he's using the Ultras to combat the mines, but like tanks are already out, and tanks are good against Ultras anyway. And I mean mines are decent against Ultras also, but. Okay, here's the second drop, though. Now he's going to get some damage done. All over those tanks. There's not enough mines here anymore. Maybe if he was targeting... Oh, he is actually killing the mines. He has the overlords there, so he's actually killing the mines with the ultras before they can go off. Ooh, not that time, though. He's going for the natural now? Yeah. Yeah, that was a really good positioning. Having the Marines there. Yeah, I mean, I guess he must have been maintaining 4 gases, because he's just making so many Ultralisks. This is kind of ridiculous. He's losing so many Ultras to mines, though. Look at this. He's just, look at the giant Ultralisk carcasses all over the place. All he had to do was send in a handful of Zerglings first or something like that to clear out some of the mines. Or send in Zerglings after the Ultralisks, after the mines are gone. Have them do the damage. But, like, just sending in a bunch of Ultras into a bunch of mines. Or maybe he doesn't have the money to build Zerglings, I don't know. Yeah, that was definitely an oof and a WTF. But yeah, I mean, this is Quandra's style, though, you know. And here's the thing: if it wasn't Flash, most Terrans would be dead right now, right? Most Terrans would have lost to this, I think. Oh, rip drones. Because this has been non-stop crazy aggression with mass ultras, and like think of the drops that he's been doing that have been pretty effective, and so I don't know. I think Quanro almost has it, but like he's just not going in with enough at the same time. But that's, like I said, that's his style. It's just be always aggressive, always pushing, you know. Loading up another drop. Is that like six overlords full of units? Is it like 8 overlords full of units? Oh my goodness. Here we go. I don't think there's enough mines this time. Defiler! No! He didn't get a swarm off. The Defiler died immediately. He's still dropping though. See, they're the cracklings. If you can get the cracklings in the tanks, they just kill everything so fast. Nah, not quite enough though. Flash has been doing such a good job of keeping vultures on the map, killing drones though. Looks like Flash is gonna save the day. Beat Quanro in the ace match. Where's Flash flying that base? That southern base? Is that a new base? Is he flying it to 6? This is pretty epic, you're right. Yeah, I mean, Quanro is like taking all of the map, and he actually does have a lot of the map still. And he's putting Sunkens down in a lot of good places to keep the Vulture harass from like completely killing him. What is that Ultra doing? Flash is gonna try and take that 6 o'clock base that was Quanro's. Dropping ultras into mines again. Oh shoot! He dropped more on the top too? What is going on? Quanro's still mining 6 o'clock while Flash moves into that place with his own base. Is he picking up the Ultralisks and escaping? Queens now? Yeah, that was a really good double-pronged attack coming in from the bottom, and then I thought it was a bad attack from the bottom. It was actually on the top too. He has 6 queens though. I'm really curious to see how this is gonna go, because I don't think Quanro's style usually doesn't make finesse plays like queens work very well. Hey, Mega Fercos. Oh, you said that earlier. Well, he's got like 10 queens. It's amazing you can remember the end of games from 10 years ago. Yeah, it is kind of amazing. I actually don't remember that many, honestly. There's a few very special ones that I remember distinctly, but like most of the time I actually have forgotten. Yeah, he's got like a dozen queens. I'm not sure what he's gonna do with it. Let's see if he can pull something off, I guess. I was thinking he should get 1 queen for trying to grab these command centers. But 12 queens. Remember the epic games? It's true. There were a lot of really normal games that were still exciting, but they were just like normal, right? And so they all blend together, you know? How many, you know, you don't remember that one game where they went SK Terran and they got 3 squads of Medic Marines and 4 science vessels, and they went out on the map, and a couple vessels got scourged, and you know, I just described like so many TVZs that like it's ridiculous. So it's hard to remember those necessarily. But this was like lurker rush into mid-game mech switch into Ultralisks to combat vultures and battles all around the map. Kanata's TVTs. Hey Rain Man, how's it going? Oh, here we go. He's going in with the queens. And Quanro, I don't think quite has what it takes to pull off the massive queens. Oh, by the way, Rainman, if you can message me again, I lost the link that you sent me for that cool thread. If you still have it bookmarked, can you send it to me again? Because it was bookmarked on my other computer, and I'm on my laptop now since I'm like don't have a place to live yet. So I tried to find it on Team Liquid. I couldn't find the thread just by searching for it. So you're on vacation, nice. Hey man, don't bother if you're on vacation. Don't go to an extra effort. Just chill out. There's always good Starcraft to watch. Oh no, he just dropped the ultras in not the best spot at all. He's like, I'm gonna drop him right over here, right where all these tanks can just shell the crap out of these ultras. If he'd spread out the ultra drops around maybe more. Oh, Queen's coming in. Broodling. Nice. Okay, thanks Rayman. Appreciate it. I don't even know what's going on here. But I feel like, you know, the playing with the queens, a dozen queens and doing mass broodlings is like, it's a strat that's like a little beyond Quanro, I think, you know? You have to be super elite to do that and pull it off and not just like, well, let's see, he's got one queen with 2 kills, some queens with 1 kill. Who was it that was that other game that we saw? I think it was versus Nalra or something the other, like a couple weeks ago, where they actually kept going in, broodling with the queens, falling back, broodling with the queens, falling back, and they ended up like, one of the queens had like 7 kills on her or something like that over the course of the game. He's gonna... Oh, look at this. These ultras are like, get out, we gotta escape. Oh, nope, we got in a bad overlord. Should have just left the ultralisks there. Instead, just like, let's take 300 hit points of ultralisks and put it inside 10 hit points of overlord. Now the broodlings, if you can use broodlings to mind drag and stuff, that's when it gets really sick. But instead he's just losing queens for no reason. You have to make them cost effective. You can't just run in and like spawn broodling 1 tank and then lose the queen. Is he on 0-0? I thought he must have some upgrades, because he's been mech for most of the game, right? Unless he just didn't think it mattered against ultras. Let's see if they click on one. Mine's killing the ultras once again. No cash for upgrades? Yeah, I mean, it was a really crunchy mid game. So I would not be surprised if he decided he didn't have the money for it. Now, because he has Goliaths, he has to have at least 1 armory. So I would be surprised if he didn't have at least 1, like +1 weapons or something like that. Yeah, Quandro is Ling Muta. Luxury could be, I would say, yeah, Luxury is up there. Someone like Effort, or of course, you know, Jadong or something like that. There's YouTube comments that didn't show up on the stream? That's bizarre. Acid Fry Cowpea. That's a really interesting name. Oh, let's see. What does Flash have? He's got 190 supply or something like that. He's like maxed out. That's... I'm gonna try and refresh the chat and see if that... All right. Oh, hold on. Wait. All right, I'm gonna refresh the chat. Sorry. Sorry, those of you that just chatted. Try chatting again. You whining about being sick? Oh, well, man, I asked you. I wanted to know about you being sick. But I was see that's weird that some messages weren't showing up because others are. Because I'm seeing, you know, Rain Man and Awesomeness are saying stuff. All right. Well, I guess we'll see. We'll see now. Hey, Bezukov. Thank you, sir. I have not been losing any weight recently. I've been trying a bit, but have not been successful recently. But like a couple years ago, I lost a lot of weight. Actually, like 4 years ago, I lost a lot of weight, and then 3 years ago, I gained it back again, and then 2 years ago, I lost it a lot again. Yeah, this has been an insanely long game. How you doing, Bezukov? Is that how you say it? Bezukov. You think Flash is gonna lose? It seems like he might, but I don't know, man. He's still mining. Oh! I think those overlords were full. Oh, he just lost 20 SCVs? I did not see that. Sorry, I did not see that. That could be a big deal then, actually. Because, well, yeah, that's a lot of money. Like, he's got so many command centers, he can rebuild it pretty quick, but that's a lot of money that he's spending on SCVs instead of real units, you know? Oh, it's a character from a novel? Okay. It's a cool name. It's got a Z, a U, and a V in it, and a KH. It's kind of like a really interesting combination of letters. I don't know. It's not as weird as acid fry cowpea, though. Oh, it's from War and Peace. Okay. I tried to read War and Peace once. That's like the 10th hatchery that Flash has killed. I don't know how Quanro has stayed alive so long. Like, how is this game still a thing? But Flash has consistently been killing all of his extra bases. And actually, like, just looking at the minimap, that's why I think Flash might win this. Because, like, he's controlled the bottom right, which is where Quanro would need to get expansions. He doesn't have any upgrades. That's amazing. Yeah, I tried to read War and Peace once because I was like, oh, it's like really famous book. I should probably try it. And it was also partly like a challenge because it was supposed to be such a long series that it was like only crazy people would read the whole thing. Look at this. He's running the tanks around in circles and dodging the Ultralisks while the Ultralisks fall onto mines and die. But he saved the tanks. So yeah, I tried to read War and Peace once, and I didn't get very far into it, and I was kind of bored, and so I stopped reading it. I was a lot younger then, though, so I might not have appreciated it. Maybe that's one of the reasons I got bored. He is at 0-0. You're correct. He's at 0-0 on his mech. It's kind of crazy. Did you see that? Flash was like, I think I got this. Look at the excitement there when he realizes that, like, he's fighting off the last of the units that Quanro has, and he's like, I held the counterattack. I held. He's like, doing weird things with his tongue. There's a British series with Paul Dano or an ancient Russian movie. See, where's the queen now? He needs the queen for the command center. Actually, I don't think the command center is low enough, but still. That's why I think he should have used the queens to try and snipe command centers. Oh, there's a British series like about War and that's a remake of War and Peace, or a dramatization of War and Peace. Maybe I should watch that. Then I could at least get the references right. That's how I am with The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Very famous nerdy book. Yeah, Flash is taking all these random bases in the middle of where Quanra was. See, the infested command centers are not that great, but it doesn't matter if you use the infested command centers. If you use the queen to kill the command center so they can't repair it and re-land it. That's what I was thinking. I've seen that a couple times. I've seen that used effectively a couple times. Because then you only have to do half damage to the command center, and then you can capture it instead of having to kill it. Because a lot of times Terrans will let it get down to like a third health, and then they'll lift it off to absorb damage. And so, you know. Yeah, Flash has got this game. Quanners doesn't have enough steam left. Quanra won 2 games in a row, but he couldn't beat the Ultimate Flash. Isn't he the Ultimate Weapon? Is that what his nickname was? One of them? This does feel a lot like Destination. You did a good job, Quanro. You won 2 games. You almost carried your team. Get out now. Get out now. The game is over. Flash is in your main. Look at all these drones. Oh, he doesn't want to leave. There's nothing to do though. There's the GG. Yeah, sometimes players would do that, where they would know they had lost, but they wouldn't GG because they'd be kind of getting their head wrapped around the game, you know? GG. That was a crazy game. I thought that Quanro versus Flash was going to be pretty good, but that was pretty ridiculous. All right, any requests, by the way? Should we just keep go with the fantasy GG timing? Should we go with Flash versus Fantasy? That's what's being suggested next. Should we do that or something else? Lately I've just been clicking on whatever random games come up, because it usually, I mean, the thing is it's going to recommend the games that have more views. And so, like, you know, clicking the YouTube algorithm recommended games is actually a pretty good strat. High level strat. What do I think of Larva? The Thread fantasy games. The Thread's a good fallback. Maybe after this one we'll do, because I haven't watched a TVT in a while actually. So I'm kind of into a TVT. Flash versus Fantasy is actually like like the best TVT you could imagine as well. I don't think I know enough about Larva to really say what I feel about him, basically. I haven't watched enough of his games. What is this from? This is from 2011 Winners League. There we go. So unfortunately, I can't really as good as Kanata's TVT. Is he really? Well, that's the thing. Like, Kanata had a really good TVT record, right? But was he actually better at TVT than like Fantasy or Flash, or was he just able to beat every other Terran? It's a legit question. I don't remember enough about Kanata to like have an answer for that, because he was never really someone that was like on my radar that much. I know that he was a TVT specialist, but like well, let's look it up. We'll look it up while the game is getting underway. So he was he ended his career. Look at this. Kanata only ended his career 52% win rate versus Terran. So is it that he was a specialist, or was it he was just bad at other matchups? But it could have been, that's his overall career. So let's see here. What was his win rate versus Fantasy? He lost every game to Fantasy. Lost every game to Fantasy. Flash. Went 2-2 versus Flash. Okay. So he might have been a TVT specialist, but he wasn't necessarily great at TVT. Is what the impression I'm getting just by looking at his games. Or maybe he was great, but he wasn't fantastic, you know? But sometimes the career win rate is hey, the cat, thank you for the follow. Or I'm not sure if it's supposed to be pronounced that way. Could be Thequit? Thekit, maybe? My mind went through a few different ways of pronouncing it. For some reason, the cat seemed like the most amusing way to say it. But yeah, career win rates can be deceiving because like they can include the beginning of their career when they sucked and the end of the career when they slumped, but then the middle of their career might have been a better win rate, you know, than their career win rate kind of shows. Shine ended up in TVTs. OG and KT Shine? I thought Shine was a Zerg player. Are you saying there was a different Shine? Whoa, whoa, VOD. VOD, what are you doing, VOD? Calm down, VOD. There we go. Okay, I should change this too, because just to make it a little bit more sensical, I'm actually going to change this to that, so that way the names match up on the top with the colors as well, so that they're so you can see which is which. Do I miss Psionic Reaver? A little bit, but I can't really say I miss him because I still like kind of keep in touch with him. Actually, I haven't talked with him in maybe 6 months, but it's not like it's been 10 years or something like that. I've kind of like kept in touch with him off and on over the last several years. I've been meaning to say hi to him actually. I've just been kind of busy and distracted lately, but right now I'm living like not close to where he lives, but like close enough that I could drive and see him. So I've been thinking about looking him up to see if he wants to hang out sometime. Shine is Zerg and ASL. Oh, I didn't know he was the observer for ASL. Oh, that's pretty cool. By the way, random vulture war is going on. Just mass vultures versus mass vultures, as is your typical TVT. You like my chemistry with Psionic? Yeah, man, we go way back. We go way back. But yeah, I didn't know that Shine was the observer. That's pretty cool. But doesn't he play also? Is he like YT where he plays and casts? What he actually plays and observes? Fantasy seems to be winning the Vulture Wars. Which makes Bisu happy, although he can't show it on screen because he has to be stoic because he's a pro gamer. Nice, putting down mines and the extra expansions just for future reference. He does, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I hope that Artosis can get into ASL at some point. Just at least get into the first round or whatever, so that he can then cast the VODs of himself playing in ASL. I think that'd be amazing. Look at this mind push. This is really interesting. So now Fantasy is like just going super bullish on the Vultures, and Flash has switched into the big boy mech, the tanks and Goliaths, and it looks like he's winning with that. He's like, I'm using the real mech units now. I've moved past Vultures. You think he would tear himself a new one? Maybe. Maybe. It'd be interesting to see, because I don't know if he would be able to, like, cast it. Would he try and cast it like, oh, and Artosis is going up for the attack? Or would he constantly be saying, like, oh, I remember I was thinking this, and I thought he was going to do that, and then he did this, and like, he would probably be super analyzing it, because he does that on his own replays when he plays the ASL qualifiers. He like plays the qualifiers, and he goes back and he analyzes the replays, and he talks about what he did throughout the games and stuff like that. So I wonder if he would do that or not, because that'd be like kind of different from the way he usually casts. So I don't know. Be interesting. By the way, I am cat sitting right now, so I'm gonna have to BRB for like 30 seconds to go put out some food for the cats. So I'm gonna be right back.
완전 명령이네, 완전 명령이.
와, 센터 쪽에 그렇게 치열한 싸움을 해주면서도 또 장기 돌려서 커맨드 시던 SCB 잡고
SCB 안 잡았어요. 그런데 중앙 쪽에 언덕을 내준 것은 이영호도 잠깐 불안해질 수 있습니다. 지금 그렇죠. 정명훈 선수가 병력을 좀 남겼기 때문에 이영호 선수가 불안할 수밖에 없는 상황입니다.
그런데 테크트리 측면에서는 이영호 선수가 더 빠른 것 같죠. 스타포트가 먼저 올라왔기 때문에 여기서 조금만 이영호 선수가 시간을 끌어주고.
Alright, we're back.
지금 당장에는 정명훈 선수가 잡고 있지.
Cat
5시 멀티를 가져가줄 때는 이영호 선수가 센터로
looked at the food, sniffed it, and ignored it. But oh well. It's not gonna go hungry. I've done my duty. Yeah, that would be funny if he was able to. I don't think I could do that. That would be so tough. It'd be such a weird trip to be like, and Moletrap's going for the thing. Moletrap's losing the battle. Moletrap is so bad at the game. What did I miss? Oh, excuse me. Looks like Fantasy's winning. Flash? I don't know why Flash was out there. Yeah, what was that SCV doing? Was it actually creating the was it actually building? Oh no, it's sitting next to it. It's sitting next to it. Oh. it's rebuilding.
교전에서 이기고 이제 자원줄도 쫓아갈 수 있는 상황인데 많이 뭐 2, 3분이 늦었어요.
예, 그래도 정명수가 유리하긴 지금 유리하긴
The Flash did not have a good position there, actually. Yeah, Oof is not happy at all about that.
이영호의 자원줄은 타격을 줄 수 있거든요.
탱크를 둘러싸고
Oof's like, I wouldn't have made that mistake.
자, 이영호 선수 이 라인은 절대 밀리면 안 됩니다. 이 라인 밀리게 되면은 미네랄만 피해받고 앞마당까지도 위험해지는 상황이 나올 수가 있어요.
이거는 이제 맞아주는 벌처나 골리앗이 앞서서 나가면서 탱크들이 진격을 하면 모를까?
Fantasy reminds you of an animal. He does have a weird look to him.
이영호 선수가
A bird? Yeah, he could be a bird, or like a weasel or something.
사이즈 퍼실러티까지도 지었었고,
Maybe.
그런데 자원과 관계 있었기 때문이거든요. 근데
Dropship just pieced in and then pieced right out.
득점을 좀 해야 됩니다, 이영호 선수.
Oh,
아, 없는 자원에 탱크 한 개만 실어 왔더라면은
you gonna drop?
정명은 많이
You gonna drop, bro?
계속 거칠게 몰아붙이고 있어요, 지금.
There we go.
정면 밀어버리 끝나는 거거든요.
That's a good spot. That's a really good spot for those vultures, actually. Dropping the third and the natural at the same time. Nice.
대박입니다, 진짜.
Did he really say that?
옵저버 쫓아가지는 못해, 쫓아가지는 이들로서 너무 빨라가지고, 거의 이영호 선수 앞뒤를 지금 난리 나서 자원줄에 타격을 분명히 주고 있습니다.
This is kind of weird. They're both dropping each other at the same time. But Fantasy lost more, I think.
정명호 선수가 쌓여 있는 물량이 계속해서 야금야금 추가가 되고 있고 이영호 선수는
Ah, good old Wraiths.
많이 그 뒤져 있었던 것이
Flash is in trouble?
한꺼번에 그걸 쌓아가지고 그 뒤져 있었던 걸
Why is he in trouble?
지금 양 선수 뭐 공일업 돼 있는 상황이고 그나마 정명호 선수가 지금
Yeah, that'd be sick if this got to be a BC game.
않기 때문에 지금 팽팽한 그림이
You kind of need to get to like the 25-minute mark, and then sometimes you see BCs in the late game. But
추가적인 가스멀티 안전하게
we got some Wraiths.
필요가 있습니다.
Wraiths are like mini BCs, right? It's almost as cool.
이영호 선수는 또 부담도 주고요. 야 정명은 진짜 정명 벌초의 달인이네요.
자 지금 트라스 주기가 중요합니다. 이영호 입장에서는요. 정명호는 이대로만 하면 돼요. 곧 11수 가져갈 거거든요. 교전에서는 이영호에게 백등백등하고 있어요.
Yeah, that was like
전투 100번 해갖고 99패
that was pretty crappy for fantasy. It looked because I don't know how that happened either. Did he right click like the SCV got killed
생각보다 좀 충원이 느린다.
and then he tried to move another SCV onto it and it was on move command, or he right clicked right next to the command center or something like that? I don't even know how that happens though.
만약에 딱 격추를 시키기라도 한다면은 이거 정말 이영호의 의지를 꺾어버릴 수가 있거든요.
그러면 진짜 그야말로 저를 잡는 거고 이영호 선수는 정명호 선수에게 진출로를 봉쇄당했기 때문이긴 합니다만 이거 상황이 녹록지
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
멀티 더하고 반딱 싸움 분위기 200 싸움 분위기로 현재 몰고 가려는 느낌입니다.
그렇죠. 정명훈이 추가적인 가스멀티가 느렸기 때문에 지금 타이밍에
They're showing that
시가 비슷하게 돌아간다고 했을 때
Fantasy has won 3 games in a row in the Winners League here.
온리 벌처만 갖고도 탱크 2기 정도는 충분히 따내기도 남고요. 거기다가 드랍시까지 있고 드랍시까지
I don't recognize any of the names of the people he beat.
이쪽은 무력화시키고
I only know the Korean names of like, you know, the top players. Top players from multiple ages, definitely. But most of the pro league players I wouldn't know their Korean names in order to check. Oh, the first one was Stats. Nice. I should know his name. I've looked up his name so many times recently. Yeah, we do get to see BCs in TVZ. That's kind of fun. I mean, they make a lot of sense. I think that's something that's like super new. I think it's more popular these days than it used to be, though. Look at the assault on the SCVs.
이영호 선수는 저런 견제를 통해서 소소한 이득을 거두곤 있는데 전체적인 그룹으로 봤을 때는 이 5시 멀티가
Kim Jong-un. I don't think Kim Jong-un plays Starcraft. I could be wrong.
되게 어렵습니다. 오히려 이영호 선수의 노려놓고 장악하고 있는 정명훈 선수에게 어떤 공격 우선권이 있다. 예, 그런 멀티.
Behind on ASL. Well, there's no
진짜 인정 대단한 겁니다만 오늘
the whole semifinals and up is all ZVP, if I remember correctly, right? Or wait, was the finals yeah, it was the semifinals had 3 Zergs and a Protoss, I think. Right? Yeah, so not gonna be any TVZs going on. But I didn't watch very much of the round of 8, so I don't know. Sorry if I just spoiled it. I should have thought about that beforehand. But I just had it spoiled by I don't want to name names, but I just had the finals spoiled for me by someone. The ASL finals. I don't mind too much though. I'm not like super following the ASL or anything like that. Flash versus C in ASL finals, wasn't that like a few years ago? Sounds pretty sick though. Battle cruisers. Wait, Flash versus C? Oh, you mean battle cruisers, but that's obviously not TVZ. Ooh. Dropping tanks on tanks to drop mines into tanks. Is he gonna actually get up this ramp? Is he actually gonna get up this ramp? The answer is no. Oh, they haven't even done the English VOD yet. Alright, let's see here. This is Flash. Has 180 supply. So he's in pretty good shape. What is going on with that command center? And Fantasy has also, I think, 170 something supply. So they're even. They're both almost maxed. I don't know if there's enough money on this map for it to get the BCs. Like, they've already taken all the bases. Except for 5 o'clock. So I don't know if they have enough money to go BCs actually. Like, so that I don't know if that was an option. Tasoses are weirdly late on the ASL. I wonder what that's about. If it's it might be something with Africa. They're not getting them the VODs immediately or something like that because they want people to watch it on. I don't know. Maybe they want people to watch it live. All right, here we go. Nice drop coming in. But now his forces are all up there. And Fantasy is like, well, you can't be in the middle then, bro. Oh. Yeah, he's gonna squash this. Is he? Wait, no, he went in between Flash's units instead of on top of them. That's why Flash wins TVTs, man. I remember seeing a game Flash versus Huashin, which is the same thing where Huashin was ahead, but he just made the wrong drop plays, and Flash just like got back in the game because he made poor drop decisions and didn't drop in the right spots. Let Flash annihilate his army. Yeah, they might be casting GSL or something, and that's why they didn't have time to do the ASL immediately or something. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, Rayman. That Flash's late game decision making is like is always the best. and other players make really good decisions, but they make a couple mistakes, and the Flash can take advantage of them. Because that was a good opportunity when Flash dropped top left. That was a perfect opportunity for Fantasy to move through the middle and kill a couple of the bases on the right. So and he knew that, and he took that initiative, but he just didn't execute it properly enough. He had more stuff than Flash, and he still lost because he didn't execute it the right way, you know, or well enough, I should say. But I don't know how long it's been since the ASL finals. But, you know, they have to find a time when both of them are free to get together. And I think they record it like... I'm not sure where they record, actually. I don't think they're going into the ASL studio to do it. I think they're doing it like probably at Artos's house or something like that. Or maybe they have a little, I don't know, maybe they do go into the studio. But it looks like they do a green screen thing. Which could be anywhere. Flash's use of scan is godly? What did he do that was a godly scan? You mean just like how he keeps track of the opponent's movements, basically? Hey, Nostalgia, how's it going? They didn't do it in his house. That's what I thought. I thought they was probably in his house. What's an example though of like how he used a scan that was in a godly way? Yeah, a scan is pretty crazy. Especially late game when you've got so many command centers that you've got basically infinite scans. It's like you just got a map hack, basically, you know? If you use it right. Oh, just in general. Okay. Look at this. Flash has now taken top left. Flash actually moved that force from the like 11 o'clock up into 10 o'clock, and he's taking that base now. It's kind of crazy. But Fantasy is now trying to push across the bottom also. Yeah, sometimes you can, like, if you're watching the VOD, you can see, like, the vision pop up on the mini-map, and you can tell where he scanned, but usually not. Oh, here we go. Here's the killing blow. Maybe? Fantasy can counter drop, actually. He's not going to counter drop. He's going to try and play positionally instead. Which I think is smart. Run, SCVs! Run! But now that's game. Because Flash was taking the top, Fantasy had the bottom, and now Fantasy doesn't have the bottom anymore. So it's like... Look at this, he's even going to float that command center, and he's going to take the bottom. Take the bottom base. Yep, that's it. You don't come back from that against Flash. Yeah, good old Star Sense. Good old Star Sense. Okay, this is bugging me that my webcam is not doing a straight line on the side there. Hey, Coronon. Like Eve? What does that mean? Look at this Vulture. Vulture going man mode against SCVs, but the SCVs were too numerous. Yeah, see, Fantasy, he just doesn't have enough bases now. Not able to keep up the macro. And And he drops in the back instead of dropping on top of Flash's siege tanks. Questionable. Questionable. Like, if you've got more dropships, which is one of the advantages Fantasy has, you gotta use your mobility to an advantage. And if you're not, like, what are you doing with your life? Oh, that's a good move. Get the vision advantage. Now, if he'd done that and dropped units on top of those tanks while he was creeping, or dropped top left or something like that, Fantasy is playing a little bit too passive, I think. A little too passive, I think. Yeah, Fantasy. I don't think Fantasy is mining. Oh no, he's like a little bit of mining. He's got 7 o'clock and he's got 11 o'clock, which is kind of weird. He has this 11 o'clock base. It's like in between Flash's base. It's like Fantasy's base. Kind of weird. But Flash has 1, 2, 3, 4 mining bases. And Fantasy has 2. Actually, he had 1 mining base until now. He just finally got a second one up because he transferred the SCVs to 11. I don't know why my bot still isn't working, by the way. I've been meaning to fix that for like months. Because it says stream elements, it should say Moletrap bot or something like that. I don't even remember what the name of it is anymore. I think it was Molebot or Moletrap bot, something like that. But for some reason stream elements hasn't been using the bot to actually say the announcements and stuff, which is weird. Yeah, so this in my mind, this game is over. This game is already over. Look, you can see Reach and the other KT members. They're like smiling and laughing about stuff. They know this is over too. They know it's done. Flash doesn't lose from this position. Other Terrans might, but Flash doesn't, you know? I don't know why Flash hasn't killed 11 though right now. Yeah, it's the Fantasy GG timing. Oh, see, we just saw a scan up in top left. So sometimes you can see the vision pop open for a few seconds and then close again. You can spot where the scans are. Yeah, we saw the physics lab earlier, and I've been waiting for a VC to pop out. He's actually researching at the physics lab now, so that means he's definitely getting some BCs, but maybe only a couple though. Yeah, look, he's throwing away SCVs to get cattle bruisers. He's clearing up supply. Wait, what are those SCVs doing? What are those SCVs doing? What were they up to? Was there like a drop or something? I don't know. Yeah, Flash only has 1 starport. Okay, this is kind of interesting. He's killing turrets off. I think one of the turrets was messing with his gas. The other one was blocking a comsat station, I think. So I think he wants to build another comsat there or something. But he's in such good shape. It doesn't really matter too much. But I mean, like, is it really battle cruisers if he only builds like 1 or 2? Is that really battle cruisers? Gotta see like 8 battle cruisers, right, for it to matter. I guess he's also just building up his production facilities so that he can, like, if they do have a battle, he can remax on BCs or something. I don't know. There we go. We got 1 BC. I think he's thinking that in a late game stalemate, the Yamato cannon is what he's gonna need. Oh, sick minds. Flash isn't gonna hold this, is he? Okay, he's gonna lose this. Okay. See, look, you just build a comsat station there. If it gets a Yamato off, it counts. I agree. I agree. So Fantasy finally cleared out top left. And if he takes top left, then they're gonna have the map split again. This is really interesting that I thought Flash had a kind of a decent advantage. But he's been kind of hanging back and playing the late game mine out game instead of like the ultra late mine out the map game plan, instead of trying to go for trades and going for a kill or something like that. Which, if you control more of the map, I guess that makes sense. But still, it's like a little bit interesting. And Flash did not counter drop top middle while top left was going, or maybe bottom middle. Actually, bottom middle might be mined out. You've seen it. Fantasy takes 7 o'clock with his BCs. Yeah, we usually try not to spoil the games just because a lot of people haven't seen it before. But I mean, at this point, this game has gotten crazy enough. And look at the minimap, by the way, on the left side. Like, Flash cleared out all that stuff. There's nothing there. Fantasy mined out that base. He's probably gonna float it. He's probably floated his third up to the top left. Wait, Fantasy takes 7 with the BCs, or you mean Flash takes with the BCs? Flash is the one that has battle cruisers. Flash is the yellow Terran. He's killing more SCVs to make more supply for units. But is Fantasy going for a push at the same time, though? Maybe he should have saved those SCVs. Okay. Fantasy's pushing hard right now. Is this where he actually retakes it? Or is Flash gonna counter? Oh, now he's got multiple starports. Now he's got a lot of BCs. The BCs soak up the damage from the turrets. The tanks go in. 11 is dead. So Flash loses bottom middle, but he's gonna take both the top left bases. And then Fantasy will have 0 mining, basically. And Flash will have a little bit of mining. Now, what can Fantasy do to counter this, though? Oh, he brought the Goliaths back. He's going for the BCs. That's actually a pretty clutch move by Fantasy to bring his units back up and try and combat that. That's some pretty good TVT posture, because this game is weird. This game has gotten so weird with, usually there's a line and you have your battle lines drawn and it's back and forth, but like this has been a weird situation where there's been battles all over the map in strange places, you know? So Fantasy is doing some really good positioning in the middle of the map to go up and down the map. Flash has got Yamatos ready, though. He's gonna Yamato some tanks, I think. Yeah, oh, here we go. Are you guys ready for this? Are you ready for this? He's forcing an engagement with the tanks. Actually, he might Yamato. He could Yamato the Goliaths too. That might be the play. Yamato all the Goliaths, and then then your battle cruisers can just attack ground against the tanks. But yeah, I think you're right though. It might just be over because Fantasy isn't mining at all. Flash is still mining it at 1. He's gonna retake 6 or 5 or whatever that is. Okay, so now Fantasy has BCs also. I don't know if it matters though. How is he not at least distance mining? But Fantasy threw away a bunch of SCVs though. Yeah, because now he's distance mining top left. Oh, here we go. There's the Yamatos. Nice. They're too slow to get away though. He's gonna lose 2 BCs. 2 BCs for 6 tanks. It's pretty good. I think the thing is, I think Fantasy threw away a lot of SCVs because he probably had a lot of money in the bank. So I don't think he's out of it though, even though he's not mining right now, you know? He can still kind of remax and force one more big battle. And if he loses another battle, he probably won't have the bank to remax again. But he's probably at pretty close to his full supply now. Camping the BCs above the tanks. Going in for a Yamato, sniping the tanks with the Yamato, and then falling back to his own tanks so the Goliaths that are chasing will get killed by the tanks. EMP would be actually pretty sick. EMP would be really good. I mean, this is the power of Yamato. This is specifically why he got Yamato, because of exactly this. Because it's so cost efficient to trade energy for units, you know. He could Yamato the other BCs. It's really hard to take out a BC with Yamatos though. And then he could just repair the BCs. I think that's probably why he's not. But if we get into a massive, super hyper ultra late game mass BCs versus mass BCs clash, then we could see that. How many Yamato shots does it take to kill a battle cruiser? It takes 6. It takes 6, right? Or wait, hold on. Because it's 150 damage each, and they're 500 hit points. So 150, 300, 450, 6. Oh yeah, actually, I'm sorry. It takes 4 Yamatos to kill a battle cruiser, right? I think. I think it takes 4. So, if you think about that, if you're using 4 Yamatos to kill a battle cruiser, then you're killing 6 supply. If you're using 4 Yamato cannons to kill 4 tanks, you're killing 8 supply. So it's a little bit better in that sense too. Oh, look at this drop. Fantasy's like, finally! Finally, I got my top left base back. I'm mining again. Hooray! Oh, shoot. How is he not killing any SCVs? Yeah, he's picking off tanks and Goliaths and stuff down here. It's only tanks. I think they weren't firing at the same SCVs too. The SCVs were mining out of range and stuff, I think is what was happening. Flash didn't upgrade? See, Fantasy has +3 mech weapons. Flash has +3 air weapons. He's got to have some mech upgrades, right?
뭐 야마토건 쓴 배틀 크루저가 도망갈 때 다른 배틀 크루저가 또 써주고 야 정명훈의 힐러였어요.
Flash isn't making the same mistakes with his trades now.
보완되기 때문에 그리고
Is he going in? Is he going in? Oh, there was a vessel there, but I don't think it got any damage now. He's going in. Fantasy doesn't have enough to deal with it. And Flash knows that he can't get anything because he just lost top left.
집중했던 거고
There's the GG.
배틀 크루저로 이영호가 마무리를
BCGG.
정말 정명은 이영호가 100km 달렸지만 150km 달리면서 이영호를 붙잡고 있었습니다만
Yeah, he had so many battle cruisers. And I mean, I think that was on an occasion where like he had the advantage, but it's like in TVT when you have the advantage, you don't always want to go for pressing the advantage, right? Sometimes the long game, the starve out game, is actually the safest way to win. You know? Yamato does 260 explosive? Does it really? I thought it did less than that for some reason.
변환구까지 몰아도 없거든요.
그렇죠. 일단 정명훈 선수가 이영호만 남겨놓고 나머지는
That's weird.
측면에서 그래도 어느 정도 그 성과를 거뒀다고 할 수 있겠고 이렇게 되면은 입장에서 이영호를 잡기 위해서 야 도재욱 정명훈이 없는 상황에서 과연 어떤 카드를 꺼내들지가 상당히 중요해지는데 얼마 전에 있었던 개인 리그에서 이영호를 한번 잡은 경험이 있는 제어선을 낼 것이냐
Let's see.
네, 최후의 모르인 김태경을 꺼낼 것이냐 네, 이것이 상당히 중요한 것으로 보여집니다.
자, 근데 뭐 이제 카드가
I'm looking at a wiki that says 240, but either way, that's still, well, 240 would mean it would be doing 3 Yamatos to kill instead of 2. I'm pretty sure it's not just 2, right? Two Yamatos killing a battlecruiser would be too fast. Let's see. Oh, wait. Hold on. What's this? Yamato cannon, Yamato gun, powerful weapon that forms a nuke, does 260 damage. Why does this wiki say 260? Oh, it's 240 in Starcraft 2. Oh, okay. For some reason they have one wiki page for both. That's weird. I thought it was less than that. 260 damage. And battlecruisers are 500 hit points, right? So maybe it is 2. I don't know, man. You want to watch another epic TVT? Did we already watch this, actually? Flash versus Firebat Hero? It looks like it's going to be epic just because it's a long VOD. If you guys are sick of TVT, we can watch something else, though. It's just something that randomly came up. Shoot, we could do Hyun versus Flash. Flash versus Jongbi. What do you guys think? Flash versus Firebat Hero or Flash versus Jongbi? TVT or TVP or something else? I'm seeing Goat Rope is voting for PVT. How's it going, Goat Rope? I commentated this game with Rise a long time ago. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. You're chilling? Good. Chilling sounds like a good way to be. We got another vote for PVT as well. Alright, so let's do Flash versus Jongbi. Flash versus Jongbi is sick anyway, right? This is 2008. Okay, where's the game start? Start of the game. Come on. Let's skip forward to the game.
스스로에게 줘야 돼요.
네, 지금 이영호 선수, 허영무 선수 그 각 팀에서 가장 많은 승수를 보여.
Oh wait.
두 선수가
Pro League. There we go.
미국에서 오신 분이군요.
미국에서 요즘 많이 오시네요.
그렇죠.
하여튼
지난 토요일에도 왔고요.
네, 두 선수 중에 한 명이 패배를 하게 된다면 그 데미지는 되게 큽니다.
All right. Yeah. So let me. I'll. Now that's the other thing. So do we want this game or do we want something from this thread of like crazy?
같은데 이렇게 좋은 성적을 보여주는 게 참
Am I actually? Oh, this might depend on if I can remember my login for Twitter actually.
빼앗겼을 경우 KTF 매직에스 팀에 조금 더 데미지를 많이 입을 것 같습니다.
Oh wait. Crap. No, I don't want to make a new account.
아마도 넥서스 바로 치고 갑니다. 허영무 자신감이에요.
I want to log into Twitter.
그냥 일반적인 전략이 아닌
If I can't remember my login to Twitter right now, we might not be able to check it.
선수는 KTF 매직에스의 확실한 1승 카드거든요.
그렇죠.
All right.
무너져서는 안 됩니다.
블루스톰이 2인용 맵이지 않습니까?
Here we go.
아이고. 예.
다 좋다네.
아유 감사합니다.
All right. So let's see. Let's get a T. Let's see. TVP. All right. Let's see. Game number 1. Game number 5. Where's the list? All right. Here we go. Oh wait, this is a. Let's not do that one. Let's do this one. Okay. All right, this is gonna be interesting. All right, we're gonna do Zeus versus Uv. Wait, this is a quick game. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, we'll watch this one and then we'll have maybe another one after this pretty soon. Unless the VOD is broken. Sometimes with the old VODs, the VOD is broken and that's why the VOD is short time. That's Zeus. Zeus, one of the better Protoss players from the early days of Brood War. Uv. There was a time when Uv was the best Terran, I think.
준비해온 필살기가 어떤 것이 될지가 가장 중요하다고 볼 수가 있겠는데 일단 테란의 선택의 폭도
This is from the Hall of. This is from the cool and unusual Starcraft Hall of Fame thread. Pretty much every game in that thread is guaranteed to be cray cray. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, look at that little picture-in-picture showing the. What is going on? They're like showing a fan in the audience, like saying something that they've prepared about one of the players. I think it was all cheering on Uv.
전태규 선수가 정찰
It's kind of funny.
가로 방향으로 보내서 굉장히 빨리 정찰이 됐고요. 가스러시 지금 됐죠.
자, 최현 선수 본질 한번 볼까요? 아, 가스 들어가.
This is a round of 8. This is a round of 8 game
있을 겁니다. 예, 그러나
from the Gillette OSL.
비방송 경기였고 나중에 이제 참 방송
And this is the first game of the series,
그냥 이 맵에서
which I'm pretty sure was the best of 3.
했는데 프로토스가 4G도
Okay, we got double barracks.
바로 그냥 드래곤 패스트 드래곤으로 갔을 경우에
Double barracks. So that's interesting.
거든요. 그런데 시뮬레이터 주는데 미네랄을 다
I wonder if this is
사실은 볼 수 있습니다. 지금은. 네.
oh, Cybernetics Core? Oh, now I got this lady, and she's probably giving a prepared speech in favor of Zeus. Yeah, she was talking about Zeus. That was funny.
투베럭스로 출발을 했는데 이거는 가스러시를 한 번 더 해야 될 거라고 생각이 들지만
Where did Blue Storm go?
선수가 준비해온 전략은 타이밍
Rainman wanted to watch one of their crazy VODs from the Hall of Fame thread, so we're watching a different one first. round of 8 with fan interview in the crowd.
선수들 간의 어떤 주도권 경쟁이
So we'll watch the Blue Storm game after this, I think.
그렇기 때문에 지금 보면은 최현성 선수가 애초에 투베럭스를 준비해 가지고 나왔느냐? 예. 아니면은 원래는 그냥 원베럭스 상태에서 빠르게 메카
That's kind of funny. That's something that's interesting about the Korean scene is that like the fans were like a big part of everything, right? The fans were the ones that organized the cheers. You know, when you hear in the beginning of the game and they're like, 1, 2, 3, flash fighting, right? Oh, micro your Marines, Uv. Micro them. That's fans organizing the cheers. That's not like the studio. That's the fan clubs. The fans will often like... Zeus said one mouse TT, and the TT is like a crying emoji. Is there something wrong with his mouse? I don't know. Anyway, the fans like give gifts to the players. Like the fan clubs actually have interactions with the players. I think sometimes the fan clubs actually are responsible for distributing some of the tickets to the finals also. Like I think they give some of the tickets to the fan clubs and then the fan clubs give them to people to distribute. So, and I could be wrong about that last one, but like it's really interesting how like the fan clubs are directly involved in the whole esports ecosystem. It's kind of crazy. Who is she? She looked very stern. This is like, does Uv think he's playing versus a Zerg? Because he's playing exactly like he would play versus Zerg. Like this double barracks move out with quick marines. And Zeus is like, I'm just gonna micro like crazy. Oh, he's got one pylon on that gateway. Oh, he's got a second gateway on a different pylon though. He's just gonna stim into the main? Is he just gonna target the Nexus? The Firebats can totally roast the probes if he wants, but he's actually gonna go for the Nexus? Is he gonna get it? It's almost there. Is he gonna save it? No! Oh my god. Does he have 400 minerals? He doesn't have 400 minerals. He's gonna counterattack with all of his probes. What is this? I can't believe he right-clicked the Nexus. Minions is exactly right. What? He's gonna have one last-ditch attack with these Dragoons here. And no, you can't. No, what are you doing? Bring in the probes. You can't fight with the Dragoons separate. What are you doing? What is he doing? What is the point of pulling probes if you're not gonna fight with them? I mean, he's trying to use the range, but he wasn't doing it, and he lost to Dragoon, and now he's just like not killing any of the SCVs, and now he's taking damage from the bunker again. You can't delay. You have to just all in. Here's the GG. What was he doing? I mean, he was dead anyway, but like, why would you pull all your probes and then hang back with them? Like, you have to kill him in one blow. If you let him sit there and repair his bunker, he's gonna win because he's mining and you're not. I can't believe he freaking right-clicked the Nexus. He didn't turn and fight the Dragoons. He didn't turn and try and kill the probes. Oh, what is this a commentary?
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Moltron, I am actually here with Rise as well. A dual commentary like that in a while. Hey,
It's Moltrap from how long ago was this? 2009. It was actually, holy shoot, it's June 7th of 2009 when this game was cast that we just accidentally auto-played. June 7th. So this game was almost exactly 12 years ago. Me and Rise did this cast. Look at this. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a little off screen. And I don't know if I want to bother moving the screen or whatever, but it says this game has 165,000 views on it. 165,000 views. These days my YouTube videos get 100. A little bit of a difference. I mean, this is Jaedong versus Bisu, so that's pretty cool, but anyway. Let's go back to watch. Now let's go back to Jongbi versus Flash. Protoss was oh, really? Angry Dwarf? He was actually disqualified for typing anyway? Oh, that's kind of interesting. I thought the rules were less strict back then, but I guess they still had some rules back then. That's too bad. Oh, for typing GG in caps. Really? Because that game was from 2004 or something like that, so I know they had strict rules later on. This game, Flash vs. Jongbi, is also in the thread? Okay, well, there we go. Let me check here. Yeah, I think so. Yes. Yeah, you're right. This game is in the thread also. And now we're seeing why. Where's that Marine going though? He's actually punishing the fast expand with a bunker rush. But I don't know if it's gonna work. Okay, he does have 3 Marines. Okay. He can hold that ramp until the SCVs get there. Now Jongbi knows this is happening though, so he's gonna pull his own probes. He probe drilled the Marines hardcore. How is he doing that? He killed all the Marines with his probes. What is even going on? He killed the bunker as well? Okay, he's remaking the bunker. There's a vulture in play now, though. He needs to protect that vulture. He's gonna lose the vulture. And he has to cancel the bunker. That was crazy, though. Oh, Volcus, are you saying Angry Dwarf is being sarcastic? I wasn't sure. Because there was later on, and there was a rule about, there were more rules about, like, what you can type in GG and how you type GG and stuff like that, so. Quarktastic. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. Your username describes literally everything. Describes the universe. The universe is quarktastic. Oh, he had a pylon. Oh, that's clever. He had a pylon in the bottom right to get vision so he could drill the probes. That is really, really cool. I didn't notice that. That's pretty sick. Because I knew he had a probe out in the map, but I didn't know if it was next to any minerals, so that was kind of cool that he was able to do that. But he dealt with that so well. He baited Flash's Marines into that little choke, and then he probe drilled them at just the perfect time. And he actually killed the Marines with the probes. Amazing. Amazing work. Flash is, I think, behind now, but this could turn into a longer game. Because, like, basically Flash's build was designed to punish the fast expansion, and he didn't punish it. He didn't punish it. "12 Nexus Pylon Anti-Bunker Rush." That's right. I'm amazed. I'm amazed. Flash and Jangbi brought out the best in each other. I mean, you gotta play the best when you're against the other best, you know? Yeah, I agree. Flash is pretty far behind. Blue Storm, he might be able to pull something off though, because it's so easy to defend and divide the map in half. He could be behind the whole game until he's maxed and then win still, you know? Hey, ayo, it's Diggity. How's it going, Diggity? I mean, if he loses his tanks though, then that's not a way to get back in the game. Only last one. A wild Diggity SC appears. Dragon Slayer. Dragon Slayer with the E at the end snuck all the way to the beginning. How's it going, Dragon Slayer? Yeah, obviously this game was played 13 years ago, but I've probably casted this game. I think Rainman said he thinks I casted this game before, but which is probably true, but I don't remember it. So just in case people don't remember it, try not to spoil too much. Normally YouTube lurk. That's all right. All right, so now he's getting an armory up. So Flash is trying to kind of macro out of this. Oh, you're referring to Flash Firebat Hero. Oh, that's the one I had cast. Okay. But this game is one that 2008. If I didn't cast it, someone did. Because in 2008, we casted every single game, basically. Especially, I think this is late 2008. Yeah, this is like mid 2008. This is June 7th, 2008. So, by that point in time, we had our system going. Where me and Diggity and Rise and Cholera and Klazart and some other guy who's not going to be mentioned sometimes joined as well. We had like a email thread, hundreds of emails long, where we will coordinate everything. Hey, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do this one. Okay, I'll take this one. Who's doing this one? We made sure every StarCraft game, every pro StarCraft game in like 2008-9 was cast, basically, in English. Silver won an MSL on Monty Hall. Silver? I like don't even remember who Silver is. That's a Zerg player, right? Oh, that Reaver! Oh! That's not how you get back in the game. By losing a ton of SCVs to a Scarab shot. Okay, the turrets are well placed. But still. He's gonna muck around here with this Reaver. He's going after this other stuff with the Goliath, and the shuttle gets out alive with the Reaver intact. Silver versus Shine. Boxer, Savior. Are those all on Monty Hall? Oh, yeah, because Monty Hall was a 2007 map, right? Cherra versus Bisu. I do not even remember Silver as a player. And he got second place in an MSL? It's kind of crazy. I kind of remember the name, but like I would not have remembered it if he hadn't said it. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess that rings a bell. Movie is another player like that. Movie got a silver in an MSL also. Or maybe it was OSL. And Movie was just like some random guy. Oh, it was 2006. Okay, well that explains it then. I didn't watch much in 2006, so that's why I don't remember silver. Double shuttle drop. Lots of turrets. He's going for it. He's going in. Where's the Reaver? Oh, the Reavers are on one shuttle. He sent in the Reaver shuttle second so it could... Oh, did he just lose one of the Reavers? So his plan was to go in with one shuttle full of Zealots to kill the tank. I'm sorry, to kill the turret, and then he can micro with the other shuttle. Is he gonna get the SCVs? The shuttle's trapped. Is he gonna escape now? He could escape with the shuttle, I think. Is he gonna try and go for it? Oh, he got the scarab off. Followed 7 back then. Day9, Artosis, Moltrap, Diggity, HD, Husky, and Crota. That's right. I kind of remember Crota. I don't think I ever casted with Crota, though. Oh, oh! Oh, that could have been a lot worse. That looked like it was going to be a lot worse of a Scarab. And he's attacking the middle now that he's distracted. I don't know if this is the right play, though. JK, of course it's the right play. It's John B. He's getting a lot of damage done here. Okay, now he's going to fall back now that all the Zealots are dead. Okay. Crota's casting Warcraft 3. Interesting. The Overmind has joined us. I actually also never casted with Day9. I never casted with HD or Husky, I don't think, but Husky let me do a guest spot on his channel where he let me cast a game and upload it to his channel. So I was able to like say, "Hey Husky fans, I'm Moltrap." That's pretty nice of him. I think it was we were part of the same YouTube consortium group or whatever thing back then too, so that might have been why, if I remember correctly. I don't think did I ever cast with Artosis? I feel like it might have happened once, but maybe not. I think I did a show with Artosis once or something like that. But I don't think I ever actually casted with Artosis, even when I was living in Korea. Yeah, good old Freak. Freak's streams. Freak is still in the biz. He was a Warcraft 3 caster and then went to League, of course. He still streams sometimes. Oh, it's Jongbi. We gotta have good Psy Storms when Jongbi's playing. Beautiful. Mwah! Oh, look at that. Oh, just amazing. Just amazing. But see, here's the thing, is like, it's Blue Storm, so Flash can still split the map in half. But it's also Blue Storm, so Jongbi can still just get carriers also. Artois. Should make a fake beer glass that says Stella Artosis on it. You did it once and it was... What was a terrible cast? Casting Warcraft 3? Oh, Overmind year. Yep, I'm back. Okay, nice. Yep, I'm back is back, but he's not Yep, I'm back. Oh, I could just watch Jongbi cast Psystorm all day. I could just watch him do Psystorms. Not really, that would get boring, but you know what I mean. He's just so good at it. TB never casted Brood War, did he? TB? Who's TB? Did I miss something? Oh, Total Biscuit. No, I don't think he casted Brood War. Or maybe, did he go back? He started doing StarCraft 2, but maybe he went back and did some. I don't know.
캐리어가 지금 안정적으로 뜨고 있는 상황이에요. 그렇죠.
드라군에다가 이제 드라군
Watching on YouTube so you can pick lower quality, it doesn't eat up your internet. That's some dedication right there. Preserving your internet. That's rough though. If you are you on like are you on mobile or something like that? I do the same thing sometimes.
마인도 여기 안 깔려 있기 때문에 보고 빠지면 테크라가 지금 빠지고 있어요.
마인이 안 깔려 있었기 때문에 말씀해 주신 대로 질럿이 이득을 많이 받고 이거 잘 붙었는데요. 질럿이.
I got to meet Total Biscuit once, very briefly, like backstage. Man, they keep clashing in the middle of the map. I'm just noticing that, like, when I do this, it shakes the table. It makes my camera shake. It's kind of an interesting effect. I got to meet Total Biscuit once backstage at MLG or something like that, and talked to him for like 10 seconds. And he kind of blew me off, honestly. I don't think he knew who I was. He lit into you for a cast that you and In Control did, and he was right? Anyway, they keep clashing in the middle, and like Zhangbi keeps getting really good trades, but he doesn't quite break the middle. Over and over again, Flash keeps holding the middle somehow. And Zhangbi keeps having to fall back with a handful of SCVs. Oh, you were like favoring Machine a little bit? Interesting. Guess what, folks? There's carriers now. Yeah, well, I mean, not surprised because you and Jeff both knew Machine personally, you know. It's not terrible to be empathetic towards someone you know. Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, I mean, he's been like, they've been trading in the middle. I hate Windows. I turn off all the alerts and it still sends me stupid alerts. That was actually really sick. If he caught the tanks too, that was a sick storm right there. More nice storms. Zhangbi is the king of storms. But like, they're clashing in the middle over and over again and like barely holding in the middle with ground units. And Zhangbi's also getting carriers on the side. Like, I don't know what you do about that, you know? I don't know, but like I said, we'll see. Because Flash has successfully cut the map in half. And he's now successfully held off the carrier push into the middle as well. But Zhangbi's like, guess what? My carriers can fly around the map. Yeah, exactly. If the Terran can get half the map, like they're in good shape. And it looked like Zhangbi was gonna be able to break the middle, but like, you know, that's why I said at the beginning, like, if the Terran can get behind, but cut the map in half, and they can win the late game, you know. IRL word ban channel point reward out of stock. Out of stock? Why would it be out of stock? How can it run out of stock? All right. Well, what word do you want to ban, Go Rope? We'll just do it unofficially. Dunno. Don't ban Whelp. Let me see if I can do it. Temporarily out of stock. Why is it out of stock? What is up with my Twitch? Why is Twitch always broken for me? You ban the word HALF. Alright. Is there a time limit on it? Is it like 5 minutes ban? Or it's just like, I'm not allowed to say it ever again? Okay, I did say 5 minutes. Okay. So I can't talk about the map being cut in that word. I have to say it's been divided in two. It's been cut between top and bottom. The rest of the match, that's a deal. That's a good deal. Well, what about these other ones? Can you do overlords? None of the rewards are working. What the actual hell is up with my Twitch? That would explain why no one's done any of the cheesy ones in a long time. Man, why is Twitch always so broken for me? It's so stupid. How much of the match is left? I would say about 50% of the match is left. Yeah, only 50%. I think it's just past the midway point of the match. He can't fit his Goliath past his own turrets, which I guess is a pretty good problem to have. If you'd rather have turrets dying and dealing damage than your Goliaths. He's just killing so many interceptors, actually. So yeah, he's just like, I've got half the map and I'm just gonna hold it like crazy. I'm gonna grip it with all my strength and not let go. How much of that Goliath force did he take out? He took out a lot of the Goliaths. I would say somewhere in between the majority and the minority. Like right in between there. Right in the middle of the Goliaths. Yeah, no, he's not. I don't think he's targeting the carrier. You can't target carriers on this map. There's too many ridges and stuff. But he can kill off interceptors and starve Zhangbi out. Oh, unless Zhangbi's dumb and just like puts his carrier where he can kill it, that works too. Did I say it? Are you serious? How did I already say the word I was supposed to? Alright. Alright, I'm gonna try and keep up the ban for... Now I have to do the ban for this game and the next game. As retribution for messing up the ban. Well, did I say halfway? Because halfway is not sort of... That might count. Depends on how you... Depends on what the definition of the word is. Yeah, or you can add a word. Dude, actually, that would be... so two things that are actually interesting. Did you actually clip me saying it? Just to prove it? I believe it. I believe it. Wait, hold on a second here. Ah, shut up! Notifications? Alright. Hold on a second here. Alright, let's watch the clip. You guys be the judge. So yeah, he's just like, I've got half the map and I'm just gonna hold it. Yep. Yeah, I just totally slipped. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what the punishment is, though. You could decide the punishment, Go Rope. Do we extend it for another game, or add a word? This is gonna spiral out of control. By the end of this stream, I'm gonna be not allowed to talk. The last half. Oh, I just said I was gonna say the last 30 minutes. Damn it. The last 31 minutes of the stream will just be me. Me just like silent, just being like, I'm just gonna only be able to make funny noises by the end of this. I can't say map. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know why Twitch is broken for me, by the way. I'm gonna have to do some messing around with the settings in the Twitch settings before my next stream. How many bases is Jongbi mining? I think only one. I think he's only mining the top position. Yeah, Blue Storm is pretty great. But now he's going into Flash's main base, though. Look at this. Jongbi's just throwing away all kinds of probes because he knows there's no more minerals on the stage which they're playing to get. So as long as he's saturated at 12 o'clock, he doesn't need any more probes. Might as well kill him off. Now, what is he going to storm drop, though? What is this? Oh, he's just putting High Templar there to kill the Goliaths. That was almost good. Not the best Jongbi storms I've seen. You're not restricted, Diggity. EMP would end this? Maybe. It's like that game we watched like a month ago where it was a 2v2 and they plagued and EMP'd the vessels. So the vessels had, I'm sorry, the carriers. So the carriers all had 3 hit points or something. Hey, Fake Finn. Do a cast where we try and bait each other into saying the forbidden word. Why isn't he targeting the carriers down? I think he's targeting interceptors. I think he's trying to kill the interceptors. I think partly it's because he doesn't quite have the Goliath count or the mobility to actually kill them. Because if he targets the carriers just fall back over a ridge. There's so many ridges that he can never get close enough to the carriers. If he targets the carriers fall back to the ridge, and the Goliaths just take free damage from the interceptors. You know? So I think his hope is to kill the interceptors and starve Jongbi out. I don't know, maybe there was a moment where the carriers got a little bit overzealous and they were too far in and he could have gone after them. Oh, so now he's taking out tanks? Or is he taking out Goliaths? I can't even see what's going on. There's so many interceptors. Okay, he is taking out tanks. He's just taking out whatever he can get. Attack the carriers with them in the main and recall them to 6? Oh, that would be genius. That would be genius. That would be super ultra big brain. I don't know if brains were that big in 2008. That's a 2021 play. Or it's a 2003 play. Because they just did so much whack stuff in 2003, they would just do anything. Yeah, Jongbi has so many carriers now. He's just dominating the playing field. Even though the match is close to over, Even though the playing field is divided in between the middle of them.
약하게 만들어야 됩니다. 상대를 깨뜨릴 수 없다면은 도트 데미지를 걸어서 약하게 만들고
Yeah, I've seen that happen when the carriers get recalled and the interceptors are like whoop, 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 whew, all the way across the map. It's actually hilarious.
골리앗이 가다가 뒤를 막히고 자기 건물에도 막히다 보니까 허영무 선수의 공격력이 상당히 좋아질 수밖에 없어요. 이제는 이영호
Storms are free.
선수 같은데요. 수치가 하나씩 떨어집니다.
What? I mean, what should Flash get here? You know, EMP would be good. EMP would be solid, but like, I don't think nukes would work, would they? Maybe wraiths. But he can't afford to get wraiths though. Like he doesn't have enough leeway to actually build up wraiths. Taco Master, how's it going, sir, ma'am? Remember watching this game 10 years ago? Yeah, you get locked out because like usually the end game spell that you want is the one that does lots of damage, right? Plague does lots of damage. Psystorm does lots of damage. EMP kind of does lots of damage, but it's not the same. Nukes do lots of AoE damage, obviously. Alright, so we're seeing Flash's point of view. I can't see his supply count, but it looks like it's triple digits. It looks like it's 150, I think. So Flash is in good shape. The problem is that like when you plague something or when you Psystorm something, it's easy to finish it off. But if you EMP the carriers, it's not easy to finish them off. It's not easy to actually kill them. They can back off and recharge their shields a little bit, you know. So that's why I think it's not as good. So 12 is mined out. So now it's like we're seeing another Protoss having to fight with probes. Flash has SCVs in the middle of the map. He's gonna float buildings in. Cause why not? Buildings soak up damage. Oh my gosh. He has spent every mineral that he's mined. There's not a single mineral left on the map. This is a freaking pro gamer move I've ever seen one. Float all of your buildings in, and they can't target your units because the buildings... Flash is gonna win because he's got more crap in the battle. He's literally gonna float in all these buildings, and they're gonna soak up so much damage that he's gonna win the game. That's amazing. This is actually amazing. This is actually 6 head plays from 2108. This is amazing. I don't think I cast this game because I feel like I would remember this. I feel like I would remember this. This is like at the level of genius of Go Rush, moving his slow, unupgraded overlords into battle. 3 dozen mutas versus 3 dozen mutas, and Go Rush had his overlords in battle. He invaded the enemy airspace with overlords, and then won because the overlords soaked up so much damage. It's a bold move, Cotton, but it might work out. So he's gonna go in. Now, actually, is he gonna go in or is he gonna hold position and let Zhang come to him is the question. He's gonna wait, but what is he waiting for? He's retaping his mouse pad in the middle of a game! Oh my gosh! Did you see that? He's actually retaping. He's hands off the keyboard and mouse. actually retaping his mouse pad into position in the middle of a game and his mouse bungee. Oh my gosh.
다시 한번 몸을 풀고 있는 겁니다. 이영호.
he's fishing tape out from underneath. He's I don't know how this goes because Flash does not want to give up his entrenched position with turrets and the high ground. But Jangbi cannot defeat that. Jangbi cannot defeat that. He cannot break that. The only reason you attack across the middle of the map in Blue Storm, look at him, he's just like waiting. He's waiting for the draw, I think. I think he knows that he can't really do anything and he's waiting for the draw. Chompi scratching his chin. What do we do? I think there must be a time limit or something, right? Kespa must have a thing where if you haven't attacked for a while at the end of the game, I wonder if there's a rule. So Jongbi has a line of probes with storms behind it and the Dragoons in a giant arc. And I was thinking that Flash could float his buildings across and follow with his units or something like that. There's the pause request from Kespa. Are they really gonna draw? Yeah, StarCraft 2 has the built-in draw mechanic, but I don't think that would even trigger though, would it? Because you have to lose all your command centers or something for it to trigger the draw. I think. I don't remember how StarCraft 2 draw works. I wonder if they're asking them if they want to draw, or if they're actually just telling them that, you know, StarCraft 2 draw is postponed by mining. Okay, that makes sense. I think so. Yeah, there's something in StarCraft 2 that will trigger a countdown if nothing happens for a minute, for a certain amount of time. Nothing is mined or damage taken for X amount of time. That sounds familiar. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, like, Flash, I feel like Flash has the advantage. I feel like he could win if he moved all of his buildings in. Because he could hotkey his buildings, move them, set them to move, and then re-hotkey his units and move attack while his buildings are getting into the right position, right? I feel like Flash has the advantage there, but it's still not enough of an advantage. Like, it's like, if you have a 53% chance to win going up the high ground or whatever, do you take it, or do you have do you take the 100% chance to draw? Yeah, you're right. He could just move his buildings pretty quickly anyway. You're right. But I'm just saying, like, if he wanted to really, I don't know. But I'm like stopping to listen as if I know what she's saying. Oh my gosh, that if the Kespa's official is making an announcement, that means that they're probably gonna draw the game and start over. Flash is getting up. He's taking a break. What is going on? So yeah, they're definitely pausing the game then. Now, where's the replay?
이번 경기가 KTF에겐 정말 중요합니다. 이번 경기 패배 기록하게 되면
Where's the replay? Or are they gonna do it? Are they gonna play it out? No, they're gonna start over.
삼성전자 칸에 허영무 선수 들어왔고요.
네. 자, 마지막 경기. 자, 1분 남았습니다. 이영호 선수가 다시 마우스 패드를 점검하고 있어요.
일단 전 경기에
Yeah, it has to be a different VOD. How do I find that VOD though? Oh, here it's linked. Rematch. All right, we gotta watch the rematch. We gotta watch the rematch after that, right? Oh my god! I cannot believe that! I mean, it's just amazing. Like, that they got into that position where the entire map was mined out. I don't know if I've seen that more than once, one other time. Oh my gosh, is Jungbi gonna cheese him in the rematch? He's like, that game was too long. I don't want to play another macro game. I'm just gonna cheese him. Maybe Flash expects. By the way, hello, NN Whip. Whoop. Whoop. Expected value. If you expect an attack to work 50-50, but if you draw and play a new game, you might have a better advantage. Maybe. Yeah. I think in 2008, you probably do feel like you have a better chance of just winning a straight-up game, right? Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Think about so many times they clashed in the middle of the map. Jongbi tried so many times to overrun that position in the well, okay, so is MAP for this game, or is this considered the same as the last game? What's off limits? I'll try and not say both of the off limits words now. Challenge versus Rock was mined out. Bisu versus Stork, MSL Finals Game 5 was also mine out. Or oh, I guess it was almost a mine out. There was still like a few mineral patches left on the playing field at that point. It might be a quick one. It might be. It might be. Oh, you're talking about. Oh, you're talking about draws. Yeah, challenge versus Rock was a draw. There was no other ones at all. It's kind of crazy if there wasn't. There was a couple that were almost draws. That were like very, very close to a draw, and then something else happened. And Flash does not see this coming, by the way. But he's prepared for it anyway. He's gonna have a marine out. He's gonna squeeze it between the bunker and the depot, and he's gonna be fine. I like the gas deal, by the way, because the gas deal means that he can't get vultures, and vultures is what beats this. But like, he's just gonna micro too hard, and he actually has the refinery now. Yeah, so this game is gonna be over. Well, maybe quickly, but maybe not actually, because Flash is gonna hold, but. Can Flash counterattack is the other question. Can he counterattack effectively enough to actually punish this? I don't think he can. Is he actually going to get a Nexus right now? No, he killed the gas already. He's getting gas now, so he's going to get a factory in like 20 seconds or something. He'll start it. Yeah, and see, he pulled him off gas after he got the factory, so he's just gonna get vultures. He's gonna use vultures to push out. So I'm not actually very worried about Flash right now. And he actually went for a Nexus. So he's going to be slow in getting Dragoons. So these Vultures are actually going to be hard to deal with.
팩토리가 늦게 건설이 됐죠. 허영무 선수가 전진 게이트 하면서 가스러시까지 같이 가능했거든요.
그렇죠. 그 최대한 뭐 늦게 건설하게 만들었던 그런 어떤 문제가 있었기 때문에 지금 앞마당 확장하면서 지금
I mean, when you do this cheese, like
초창기에 이제 프로토스가 테라를 상대로
you have to get out your probe out pretty early, and you know,
그걸 다시 한번 꺼내오면서
because I think you have to
어쨌든 좀 당황시켜
put on a gateway on like 8 or something like that, or maybe even yeah, something along those lines. So you cut your probes a little bit earlier on. But yeah, I do think Zhongbi is in good shape here though. The pressure has kept Flash back enough that he's doing all right. But this counter push could be deadly.
머리 꽤 다순데 벌처가 이제
Is he gonna counter push? Okay, he's gonna expand. Okay.
이런 나가는 어떤 진출도 좀 최대한
I think that Flash though, he's probably gonna get 1 or 2 more vultures, and he's probably gonna push. Is what I'm expecting.
패스트 들어가는 게 나을 것 같습니다. 이영우 선수 초반에 허영무 선수의 압박을 막아내고 앞마당을 시도하고 있습니다. 슬롯 5기, 드라군 1기.
Yeah, remember this is the rematch after they drew the game by mining out the entire
계속해 버티고 있는 이영우 선수. 이번에도
playing area.
시작했거든요.
그래서 이제 팩토리도 조금 보통 타이밍보다는 좀 늦으니까 머리 다수를 활용을 해서
He could push with mines theoretically,
질럿이 많으니까 또 무리하게 바깥쪽에 나가 있는
but Zhongbi has goons out now, so I think he's okay. There's a tank though.
언덕 위쪽 잡고 있는 허영무 선수 계속해서 시간 벌고 있죠.
자 위쪽에 있는 언덕에 있는 질럿들 잡아먹기 위해서 SCV까지 지금 끌고 나왔거든요.
일꾼까지 다시 한번 동원하고 있습니다.
Oh, oh.
이제 언덕 위에 바로 언덕 그
I was like,
곳에
he's going for it.
질럿들이 있다면 SCV 동원해
Where were the SCVs going? The SCVs like went way out there, like he was gonna go for an attack,
전진 말고
and then they went back to mine. And I guess the casters knew it. The Korean casters didn't really do anything about it. They weren't like going crazy about it or anything like that. This bunker needs to complete though. Oh, the bunker does complete. The tank's gonna die though. It's actually not good at all. But if you can get a couple goons out of it though, trim that goon count down to 2 or even 1.
추가 병력 아래쪽 본진 쪽 그리고
2021 Flash would have pulled earlier and countered.
올라오고 있고요.
같이 옆에서 받쳐주는 병력이
I mean, that's what happened in the first iteration of the game. There was no, oh, he needs to save that tank. Oh, that's not good at all for Flash. In the first game, Zhongbi went like 12 Nexus, and then Flash did pull SCVs and attacked, right? Remember, it all started with that crazy counterattack, and he held it off with a probe drill? Insanity? Like, that was the same game. That was the same game. It's insane. So now Flash has these goons in his main to worry about, and if he pulls his tank off the front line to deal with the goons in the main, more goons are going to come at the front.
그러니까 질럿과 드라군을 집어넣으면서 상대방 머리 숫자 많이 줄여주고 탱크 잡아주는 이런 허스 플레이가 굉장히 좋았습니다.
Yeah, I think not controlling well enough to keep his tanks alive is what lost him the game. Because otherwise Flash has, you know, four tanks right now instead of 1. Is he gonna? Oh, the SCVs are gonna finish it off, but still, right now he would have 4 tanks instead of 0 if he'd really been on top of that push. And so Zhongbi has complete control now.
허영무. 라인 쪽 한번 살짝 뚫렸다가
예. 그리고 이영호 선수 방어하느라 SCV를 충분히 뺐거든요. 예, 그런 것도 분명
Yeah, he did save that last tank the 3rd or 4th time or something like that with mass repair, but he didn't do it the first one.
아까처럼 지금 추가 확장 또 하고 있는데
Now he's got the command center in position. He was preparing to take that spot, but it was like
차이가 벌어져 있는
a little bit too early.
확장을 시도합니다.
드라곤 이 정도 확보됐을 때 리버가 본진 쪽으로 들어가게 되면은 탱크 배치가 또 후방 배치가 돼야 되거든요.
Yeah, Zhongbi has played this beautifully. He's played this beautifully. The back and forth has been pretty amazing. Of doing the cheese into the gas deal and then into the fast expansion and then into the pressure back. It's been pretty well played by him, like on all regards. Hey, he still doesn't have mines, does he? He has siege tech at least, though. Yeah, I think you're right, Minions. I think if he... I mean, he was like getting tanks instead of mines for the mid game, but he didn't control it well enough. But if, you know, but I think the mines probably would have turned out better for him for sure. But you need the tanks in the mid game, so I think that's what his thought process was probably. But now we've got Reavers in a shuttle. What damage can he do? Fear the Reaver. It's not gonna land. That's a dud scarab. Oh, it landed! What? That is the longest scarab I think I've ever seen. Oh, the SCVs are coming back! Oh, he didn't get a scarab shot off, though. He's gonna try and micro down the tank. Yeah, I mean, this is all, again, trying to keep the tank count low. Oh, where was the scarab? Where was the scarab? Oh. Uh-oh. Is he gonna get that tank? Didn't get the tank. Okay. I thought that was gonna dud. That was so far away, and it actually hit some SCVs. Didn't kill all of them, but it killed some, and that was kind of crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a scarab go that far and not dud before. Oh, by the way, Dragon Slayer, earlier you said if you take requests, Stork versus GG play. I do take requests. I happen to know that game you're talking about is way too long though. And I like, that's like such a long game. I'm not gonna be able to fit it in for this cast, I don't think. That's what she said. So, next time though, we can watch that one though. Cause I usually stream for about 3 hours, and I've already been streaming for 3 hours. And like, usually I'm just like at 3.5, I'm like too tired. And I'm actually gonna try to go for a jog before it gets too late, before it gets dark, which is like in half an hour or something like that. Double shuttle play with the DTs and the Reavers. He is styling on Flash now. Styling on him in the main, running into the natural, actually getting shut down in the natural though. A Wild Diggity reappears. Yeah, man. Diggity is still... Or Diggity is casting again, maybe is the best way of putting it. By the way, thanks for the follow. Like, I'm not still casting, I'm casting again. I don't think you can say still. Still implies a continuum. And I took 8 years off in the middle, so... I don't think it counts. DT's in the natural. So many zealots, that is super SimCity, but there's only like 3 tanks there. I think he can just bust through. Right? He's repairing the depot, actually. He's mass repairing the depot. Nope, zealots are in. Zealots are in. They're behind the lines. Tanks are gone. Everything else is gone. I mean, that was a costly bust, though. Can Flash somehow fight back and hold this off? I mean, he's still alive. I think Jongbi might have gotten a little too... Oh, no, there's carriers. Carriers are going to win. But I think Jongbi might have gotten a little bit too cocky there, you know? He's like, I got this in the game. Your daughter's in bed, you got some mead. Sounds like a good deal, man. Jongbi is on 4 bases, but Flash is on 3. I'm just saying, like, that was like 3 siege tanks, maybe 4 that he killed there. And I don't know how much he lost, but like it took him a long time to get through all those buildings and stuff like that. And he was like being really slow. So Flash held whatever DT shenanigans were going on in the middle. Yeah, his zealots were just like chilling on the command center. He could have just right-clicked them behind the lines and they would have ran through, I think, and been able to get on the tanks faster. Flash, dude, Flash's star sense is too strong. He knows the carriers are coming. He can smell a fleet beacon from a mile away. He can smell a fleet beacon from all the way across the playing field. It's kind of weird that that's the word that we use too. MAP. Like, that's the word that we use because that's a word that means a written guide on how to navigate a place. But it is actually the place. This is not a guide to the place. This is not a picture of the place. It's the actual place. So why don't we say, you know, oh, they're playing on the battlefield Blue Storm. Like, wouldn't that actually make more sense in a way? And referring to the picture of it instead. He's just now killing the gateway, by the way. He's just now killing the gateway that was built 15 minutes ago. It's kind of funny. It doesn't matter, but it's kind of funny. I wonder if Jongbi has been macroing and building units off of that gateway at all. Yeah, Flash just always seems to know when the carriers are coming. He just is always on top of the scans and stuff. Oh, there's the dropout. That could have been better storm. Jongbi usually delivers better storms than that one. He hit a single siege tank with that Psy Storm. Let's see this one. Hitting the vultures. These are not Jongbi level storms, man. That last one was, but still. Jongbi might be dialing in a little bit. He might be giving it up. I think Jongbi might have thrown. I don't know. Well, we'll see. There's 0 Goliaths and 0 turrets. Yet. Oh, what is this storm? Oh! Well, actually, I don't know. That might have only killed like 5 SCVs. There's the GG from Flash. Okay. Wow. Flash just gave up. Maybe he was sick of playing. Remember, they've been playing for an hour and a 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours. I almost lost it there. GG. Flash might have just been sick of playing at that point. He might have just been like, oh, whatever, screw it. But he also just might have been aware of the fact that Jongbi had 4 bases, and he was like not really minding it very much at all. Should have expected cheese. Maybe. Oh man. The rematch. Oh, Jongbi was up to 5 bases? I hadn't seen that actually. But what is this? Is this the same? This is a different Flash versus Jongbi game. Do I watch more Flash? We got two Flash Jongbi games to choose from: Bloody Ridge and Destination. Or we could watch something else. Requests are open, but like I said, we're probably gonna do. Actually, I gotta check. Because if I'm going to try and go for a jog, I don't know if I have time. Let me see what time it is. What time is the sunset? Sunset is at 9. I don't actually have time anymore to go for a run. I guess I still could. It's like still pretty light outside. Oh man. The question is, am I actually going to go for a run though, right? Am I actually going to get off my butt and go for a jog? Or not? I think I am. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna call it there. I'm also getting pretty tired. It's been streaming for almost 3.5 hours. And I have not been taking very good care of myself physically the last 3 or 4 days, so I should probably get some exercise in. But anyway, but stick around for a sec. We'll raid someone cool, and let's see if there's anyone on that I can raid. Artosis is on. We might just raid him, even though he won't notice. But that's okay. Let me see if anyone else is on Starcraft that I want that would make better use of a little raid. How about Terror Terran? Let's raid Terror. He raids me sometimes, so I want to pay him back a little bit here. All right, you sure, Diggity? Well, all right. Well, everyone, be aware. How do you spell Terror Terran? There it is. Okay. Be aware that Diggity is going to be streaming. So you got options. You got Diggity coming online. You got Artosis to watch. And if you want, you can watch Terror Terran. He's a high-level foreign Terran player. And I think he was in BSL, right? So anyway, but thanks for joining, everybody. And we will be back on Saturday. Somebody plug Diggity in. Charge him up. What? We'll be back on Saturday. Thanks for all you guys that followed. Glad you guys found me again. And yeah, we'll be back on Saturday afternoon. I'm also going to be putting a game up on YouTube probably tomorrow. So I'll be giving you some more StarCraft very soon. But you gotta go watch some more people doing StarCraft right now. And I will